Why so serious?
I can't. It's in some ways it feels like it's weird that we're doing this, that it's been so long, but then in other ways it's just like we might as well have just done the last one 2 weeks ago.
Right. That's how it feels to me. I'm like, wait.
Well, we never stopped the chat, so it was like it's continued for us. So it's like, let's continue it just for Rudy.
I think this is how Earth is now. Life.
What do you mean? It's all returning in some sort of like, oh, hey.
Well, it's just like all this time went by, but then like it doesn't feel like a long time ago.
Well, it went by really fast. This year went by fast.
Yeah, well, and we're adults and we're getting older, and time just goes by faster when you get older.
It's weird. It's like the days and the weeks are slow.
Right.
Yeah.
Slow. Like that, getting to that weekend, that's a slow crawl.
Hey, my friend, that is the theory of relativity you're speaking, right?
Next thing you know, it's not 2019 anymore.
Right. Next thing you know, you're getting older.
Everything I've done is 10 years away now.
What do you got there, Abs?
I have a strawberry Waterloo.
Ooh, those are delicious.
Sparkling water. Yeah, when you're feeling fancy, you're like, I got money to burn and I want sparkling water. I'm going Waterloo.
Or
I forgot my goddamn water.
What do you mean you forgot it?
See, I was late. Chase didn't bring any water. We were right
the whole
back
time,
to where we
like,
were.
This whole week, I thought about was like, come with, like, learn from your mistakes. Don't talk over them. Chill out. Bring some water. You've matured. You're a different guy.
Yeah, that's I think that's where we need to fill in the listeners of what's different.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Let's start with, is this still the Triple B podcast?
We don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I had a fucking epiphany last night.
Really?
But I cannot remember.
Yeah,
I hate that.
You're high as fuck. Had a great idea.
Yeah. I was totally like, oh.
Yeah.
I should have texted you guys, but I was like elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous right now. It's weird. Like, not nervous, but I'm a little like, whew. Maybe it's the pouchy and the jewel.
Yeah, maybe it's
just
19 grams of nicotine coursing through your veins.
And the Bang energy drink.
shaky.
And the 16 shots of espresso I had this morning. And like the 19 Kratom's I took before I came here. Jesus Christ.
How's your blood sugar doing?
I think I'm good. Yeah, I haven't been pissing a lot.
You haven't been pissing a lot?
Well, not like diabetic pissing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had to up my blood pressure pills because, you know, I've gained like 40 pounds since the last time we've spoke, which isn't good. It's not good.
Oh, I thought you were trying to bulk up for the fight.
Yeah, I'm trying
to go up.
Trying to put on some mass, you know, and I'm going to turn
Just
it.
eating protein shakes.
Got to turn it into muscle, baby.
Dude, I mean, that's what you could do. You could just go,
You're right.
I'm going muscle rip now. Just fucking.
Just chug a protein shake, put on a movie.
I'm white as hell. I tried to put on my fat jeans because I was like, oh, I'm going to wear jeans and like, you know, dress up, take a shower.
Well, like wearing jeans is dressing.
Dressing up.
Couldn't even fucking get them past the fucking. I was like, Jesus, fuck.
Did you try your boating outfit?
I can't. Nothing fits.
The styles.
Everything-
What would you call this style of Chase right now? Backyard barbecue, maybe?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Crocs, shorts, and some kind of like funny white. I'm into white shirts. So I just bought a bunch of Hanes 3XL whiteys because like I'm not even a 2XLer anymore.
Is it just to give you something to get mad about when you inevitably spill something on it?
Oh, dude, my shirts are all stained. Baby puke, fucking juice. Fuck.
I don't fuck with the whites.
Well, let's reacquaint ourselves with the listeners.
Sure.
What's say the biggest couple of things that happened to you over the course of the last, what is it, like 15 months since we've done this?
Yeah, it's been a little over a year.
A lot of things have happened, right? Like The last time we casted, COVID hadn't really started yet.
Right.
I don't know if we're allowed to say COVID.
I don't think we even knew. Yeah, it wasn't. Even
It was
on
like
the
just
radar.
in the news that in Wuhan. That's all we knew about.
I don't think we even mentioned it or cared.
I don't think
We got
did
out
either.
right in time.
It's like it never happened. We are the alternate universe.
But we had a crazy. I mean, you know what? I don't want to go drone on about 2020 because it was fucking nuts.
And everybody's talked about it.
But,
Who
like,
cares?
You know,
It was
a lot of that stuff happened, and we
Did it?
maybe not. Maybe it
No.
didn't.
Zeb got
That's even
COVID.
real.
I got COVID.
Zeb got COVID. He's the only person that is attesting that it's real.
Only one.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that knows.
I don't believe
what it's
that.
really like.
I don't believe that fucking deep state fucking shit, dude.
Yeah.
What happened to you during this time, Chase? How did your life change?
I had another kid.
You had a baby. That's probably the biggest change that can happen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that is.
I got
it.
2 feisty boys who are cute as fuck.
Yeah, they're pretty adorable.
I bought a new truck. Big Red.
Big Red.
Was that before?
Yep.
Well, I mean, since
the last cast?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
'Cause that was probably only like 4 or 5, 6 months ago, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Got a new roof on the house.
Huh? Okay.
Turns out they leveraged my entire house. Went to go refinance like a few weeks ago, and they were like, you got a $20,000 lien on your house.
Why did that happen?
I signed papers not understanding what the fuck they meant.
Oh yeah, well, welcome to my life.
So basically,
agree.
Yeah, it's like the way they told me they weren't going to leave my house. When I
So they like tilted it?
yeah. Like when I signed the papers, they handed me this construction lien paperwork and goes, "Don't worry about that. That's just only if you miss a payment." Fucking cocksuckers. So, you know, I kind of went through a thing.
They don't care. They just want to get the sale, right?
Oh, dude.
Fucking contractors. Bro.
I-5 exteriors. Fuck you.
See, we are right back to where we last started. Chase has got a beef with some random person or company.
Fucking cocksuckers, dude. Fuck
Nothing's
them.
changed, really.
But really, just work through COVID. You know, Kimmy took 6 months off, which was awesome. You know,
Yeah.
And Mason, obviously, I don't know if we were podcasting them, but, you know, he spent like 70 days in the hospital. He was born
He was early,
super early.
way early.
Yeah. And he's just like fucking perfect.
He's an awesome little dude, though.
Yeah, he's fucking cute as hell. Super fun and feisty and yeah.
Feisty.
I know, you keep dropping these feisty words. What's happening? Are you fighting your children?
He's a feisty fiesta. Yeah, man. What's up with you? What have you been doing? Like,
Jesus.
I haven't. It was weird because we never stopped talking, but we haven't really seen each other in the same room for a very long time.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
hung out like individually a little bit, but
Just a handful of times. I mean,
not even
you know,
a couple.
I've been trying to, as best I can, follow the guidelines and be safe. And
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I think all of us have.
Some
Yeah.
people take this thing more or less seriously than others, which is kind of frustrating sometimes, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I think I'm in the middle, you know.
I'll be a
I'm like-
sheep.
Yeah, you know, I'll follow the protocol and be considerate of others is the way I see it, right? You know,
Yeah.
If I'm approaching somebody and they got a mask on, then yeah, I'm gonna put my mask up just to make them feel safe, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's just kind of the way it should be, being a human and considering others.
I made a big change for me, not necessarily the biggest change in the world for most people, but I moved into my own place.
That's right.
Shortly after the fires, which I thought might actually was going to be the apocalypse. Like I was,
Yeah.
Oh,
that
really?
shit was weird to me. After everything else that had happened, all of a sudden it was like
No,
that was like a wasteland out there for a week.
Yeah, it was fucking cool. That was wild, man. Those fires, that smoke settled in the valley, and it was just weird, man. It was this apocalypse.
Nobody
and
was
then nobody
out.
was outside.
Yeah, it was fucking I remember. I was working.
That was a nice little cherry on top of everything. Like, oh yeah, you still can't go outside.
So me and my 3 roommates, which is just too many people for that little house we were living in.
Right.
And during this time, we were all cooped up.
Right. Everybody's home.
And, you know, I think everybody was kind of in their own minds, kind of, I don't know, looking at what's going to happen. What's life supposed to be like? What do I need to do to get where I want to be or to improve this? Because this kind of sucks, you know?
Yeah.
And so I made a decision to move out and get my own spot, which, like I said, that's not that big of a deal. I'm a 42-year-old man, but I've always had roommates. I've always had that crutch of being able to rely on people to split bills with, you know.
Yeah, it's a big step to just go solo. Just solo dolo. I got this. I'm paying the full internet bill.
Boom. So I took the plunge, and then as soon as I was fully moved in, I got sick.
Yeah,
I got the vid
like a week after, huh?
It was literally like that weekend was the last big move of stuff.
Which was really, you know, it's unfortunate that you got it, but it's fortunate that that was the time where you had your space, you were able to do your thing and not.
I'm so happy that it happened after I moved. Can you imagine being in a house with roommates
and then you find out one
and you get the shit and then you got to like quarantine in your bedroom?
Yeah, just
and like,
oh, can you get the food at the
like,
door?
hey guys, I'm going to use the bathroom. Everybody leave
put on your suits
or whatever.
The leopard's coming.
Yeah, the leopard.
Leopard sea.
leopard sea.
Fuck.
So
yeah, we were fucking worried.
Everybody was. I mean, not everybody, but, you know.
Yeah.
There was
people who care.
There was a couple times where you weren't responding until pretty late in the day, and it was a little like, oh.
Well, here's the thing.
Ab and I were like having our own conversations, like, should we go fucking check on
I
him?
was like, I'm not even afraid. I'll go look at him.
It was hard because as shitty as I felt, it made me not want to communicate. But I understood that I had to keep the lines open so people knew that I was okay. Right.
But you felt like garbage, and you were like,
the last thing I wanted to do was talk to somebody.
Right.
Even texting, I was
Leave
like,
me alone. I'm trying to get better.
And then all I could do during the day is sleep, and then all I could do at night was not sleep. Like, it was just so backwards and crazy. And it felt awful. It's the worst I've ever felt in my entire life.
yeah.
But I feel like it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, you could have died.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, it's when you watch the news, I think they give you kind of an idea of what it's like or what's happening, but like you don't really know until you experience it firsthand.
Right.
And I never was afraid I was going to die. Really.
I was.
But you know,
you said it never really got to your chest, right?
And that's where it gets dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There was a couple nights where I couldn't sleep, and my brain's just like your brain does fucking weird things. Like it's borderline hallucinations. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you get stuck in a loop of thought of a thing that's like irrelevant. Like one night I couldn't get out of my head the fact that I needed to come up with like the perfect simple explanation for American imperialism. Mm-hmm. And this was just looping in my head all night. Like, what is that?
That's wild.
And then this is also during the election. Every day was the same thing anyway.
Right.
Like waiting for drops of new counts to come in and all this stuff. And I'm like tossing and turning at night. And somehow
shit in your brain.
Somehow the position I'm sleeping in is either going to give Donald Trump the edge or it's going to give Biden. Like, I have to sleep a certain. Yeah, bro. Like weird, crazy shit.
It was all true though. It all really happened, bro.
You
may have saved everything.
I did it.
It was
I did it
to you, and now he's left.
But I knew if it didn't get into my lungs, that I'd be fine. I'd fight it off. Mm-hmm. You know, one night I woke up. And I had congestion, like deep, like I'm trying to cough it up and it wouldn't come up. And I'm
hate
like,
that.
And I'm like, fuck.
That's when
is this it? Like, is it there?
Yeah.
But I fell asleep, and when I woke back up, it was gone. Or maybe I dreamed it. I don't know. But that was the scariest moment. Like, fuck, is it happening?
Did you have an
Is it getting
appetite,
in my
or were
chest?
you?
Talk, I couldn't eat nothing. I couldn't eat or drink for an entire week.
Really?
Like, I forced myself to take sips of water or Pedialyte. Like, my sister and Aaron were very helpful. They sent me groceries and stuff, which I didn't. I almost missed because I couldn't get up and go down to the door to pick them up. But couldn't eat or drink anything. And everybody kept telling me, drink. You have to eat and drink. It's very important. And but I knew it wasn't. I knew my body was telling me, leave me the fuck alone and let me fight this off.
Right.
You know what I
It's like,
mean?
I need to focus on this, not fucking digestion.
Yeah, it was like
Exactly.
every ounce of you was fighting that shit.
Yeah. Because I'd eat like 4 crackers and it would make me nauseous.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'm not eating crackers anymore.
No, you're fine on food. I mean, you do have to drink water.
Yeah, but
Right.
even the same. If I took a sip of water, I'd have to lay down for an hour to keep myself from throwing up.
Man, wouldn't that be the life? Every time I take a sip of water, I gotta lay down for
That's how I feel right now. I'm like, whoo.
But then, dude, check this out. There was a massive headache that second week. Massive headache. And not being able to sleep at night with a massive headache is fucking awful, right?
Yeah.
Erin tells me this is almost 2 weeks in. She goes, take Tylenol and ibuprofen together.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I did it, fucking slept through the night, woke up Friday morning, and I could feel that it was leaving. I was like 50% better.
Crazy.
It took one full night's sleep.
Sleep is a miracle.
And then by the end of the weekend, by the following Monday, it was basically gone. And I had like a 2-week period of just bliss. I loved life.
Yeah, you're just like, everything is beautiful.
Walking around the
Look
neighborhood
at this
and
flower.
yeah.
Hi, tree.
I'm going to stop and smell the roses.
Can I pet your dog?
It was fantastic.
Just jerking off like furiously, like fucking.
Oh!
Ah, it feels so good to come.
I didn't want to leave this behind.
That's fucking
you
awesome.
so much.
So like,
I'm glad that
How long-
everything turned out fine.
how long
man.
did it
That
take
was
you?
scary.
Sorry.
What?
I told
Just
myself
talk.
I would not. I'm a change.
That's okay.
man.
What were you going to say?
I'm mature.
What were you going to ask before you forget?
How long did it take you to recover your sense of smell and taste?
They both came back pretty quickly. Although I do think they were muted for a long time. In fact, they might still be a little bit. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I couldn't smell poop or farts.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was great.
You're like,
up
keep
until about a
this.
month ago.
Keep
I was like,
this part.
Damn.
my shit don't stink no more. This is fantastic. But I could smell.
It's back.
I could smell food, and I could smell, air fresheners and stuff like that.
A
And,
poo poo.
yeah, this is nothing.
Man.
I shit probably 10,000 times between our last podcast.
10,000.
I think I have.
Does
like-
anybody want to do the math on that?
I would take 10,000 shits. I don't know how many days it's been.
That's a lot. Dude.
500 days.
That's a lot. Do some quick.
Probably since our last.
calculation.
Let's say, just for the sake of
400,
argument,
yeah.
it's been 420
400.
days.
Yeah.
420 bit.
It sure
10.
has been, bro.
Dude, if it's 69 times a day, I'm going to fucking lose my shit.
It's not going to be because it's really easy to divide 10,000 by 420 because it's 42,000.
Times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
That's
true.
literally not true.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I need to go to a gastro specialist. I have the shits all the time.
I know.
I might have
You tell
Crohn's.
us that
I might-
24 times a day.
Yeah, that's accurate. So there's some Saturdays where it's like 10 times before 10.
But that's
10.
kind of natural to have those days where a lot comes out,
It's
But I guess probably not your situation. Though.
It is.
It's probably not normal.
It's a watery mess. Like
It's a watery mess.
the other day, I was
How
like,
long do we make it before talking about shit?
dude, I was hiding out the other day,
Almost 20.
in a Taco
good.
Bell parking lot,
Making progress.
and I was like, might as well get a little Taco Bell. I'm in the parking lot, so like I ate it. And about 15 minutes in, I was like, "Oh fuck!" And like, I was like, "I'm gonna shit my pants."
That happens every time I
So
eat Taco Bell.
I drove back to work dude, I shit everywhere. Like, it was all over the back of me, like on the walls.
All over your.
I love
Fuck.
the rationalization. I happened to be in a Taco Bell parking lot.
I better get some.
Like
Taco
it
Bell.
wasn't the idea of it being Taco Bell that got you there in the first place.
I said, I looked at
Could've
myself.
parked anywhere.
I looked strongly in the mirror and said, when in Rome. And then fucking this Roman soldier shit, dude. It was wild, man. I was like, well,
That's an exciting update.
yeah. So that's where I'm at. 24 times a day.
4 shits a day.
24. That's a lot.
Yeah, man. But I got a bidet. So like,
So it's nice at least.
no,
You're not rubbing
you know,
your butt
like when
raw.
the toilet paper shortage hit, I go, ha ha ha, I got a bidet.
But
And,
it's
like,
sold out on Amazon.
dude,
quick.
I laughed in the face of a toilet paper fucking thing. I was like, dude, I use like fucking one, just a, you know.
To be clear,
Yeah.
you don't have a bidet.
Yeah, I do.
You have a bidet attachment for your
whatever.
toilet.
Jesus fuck. All
Well,
right.
It's not genuine enough.
All right.
Trying
I'm
to be-
Italian. Like, that's what Italians do. They fucking know everything.
That's what Italians do.
I'm just saying, like, a bidet is a standalone thing that's not a toilet.
Right, like you poop in the toilet and then you go over to the bidet. It's
Come-
like a fountain, like
Come
a
take a
drinking
shit in my
fountain.
bathroom and tell me it's not a bidet.
Oh,
All right.
squirting up there.
Would you feel weird using somebody else's shit stream?
Fuck yeah.
Really?
The bidet?
Yeah.
No.
Because, like,
As lo-
last weekend my dad came down. He got the shits. I think it runs in the family.
Hey,
And I was like,
apple
dude,
doesn't fall
I
far
was
from the
like,
tree.
use the second bathroom. There's a nice water stream. He's like, I don't know how I feel about using somebody else's bidet. And I was like, well, my ass is your ass, Dad. Like, you know,
Yeah,
I came from your dick, you know?
It just seems so dirty to me. Like having it in your toilet.
My toilet looks like a war zone because it sprays everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even want to get my own in my own toilet because it seems so fucking nasty.
I don't even know how I still have kids and a fucking fiance. Like, they haven't left me yet. It's wild. And I'm such an asshole. Like, when I get tired, I just turn into, like, fucking... It's like Dr. Heckle and Mr. Chase. You know what I mean? Dude, I don't understand it. Like, I'm a fucking asshole. Like,
Kimmy is very tolerant.
oh, God bless her, dude.
Yeah, she really is.
It's crazy. She could
But
be
she
with
gives
anyone.
you shit for it. She
Hardcore.
definitely calls you out all the time. It's funny.
Not a day without it.
It's hilarious.
I love her. I love my life.
What about you, Abba?
I'm good. I love my life.
What was your
My last year?
hiatus like?
Beavers.
I was really fortunate through everything. Honestly, I was one of the lucky ones that had a pretty good year. Working at home, running a lot. Finished a degree. Gonna go to Oregon State in a few
Dude,
months.
you're making big moves. Bro.
College student fucking.
Got a promotion.
Yeah.
New job.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Crushing.
Gardened a lot.
Yeah.
I
Crushing.
got a lemon ginger turmeric fucking ginger beer fermenting right now.
Crushing.
Lots of big stuff, man.
I got a rack of ribs in the fridge.
Dang.
Tomorrow's
that
Easter
sounds
Sunday,
good.
dude.
It is.
Fam's
Easter
coming
Sunday.
over.
Yeah.
Kimmy's sister and brother and mom are coming over. We're gonna.
Well,
fucking-
thanks for interrupting all my updates.
Sorry,
of the last
sorry.
year. Fucking-
Sorry.
Dude, Zone had to yell at him outside and was like, dude, I've been trying to tell you something for 20 minutes.
I'm a caged animal, dude.
Zone had to tell Chase to stop interrupting him.
You know why the
pretty
caged bird
amazing.
sings.
Why?
You know why.
Oh, because he's free. I spread my wings and fly. I spread my wings and fly.
That's true.
How's Sam?
Sam's doing great. She's a high schooler now. She's
Dude,
on the
she
soccer
was just a little
team.
kid when she was on here with us.
Yeah, it's wild. She was just
Crazy.
talking about recently because we were trying to decide how old she was when she was on. But yeah, she's doing great. She's having a good time. She's gonna be going back. Hybrid classes are finally coming. She's not that excited about that. She's been loving just laying in bed on the freak. I don't get it. I don't know how she's passing, but she's got good grades, so As long as that keeps happening, I'm like, well, whatever. Just do whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Anybody vaccinated yet? Vaccinated?
No, not vaxxed up.
Not yet.
I don't think that we can't get them yet, right?
I think
it might be
as of Monday.
Yeah.
If you have
Age is lowering.
I think 2 or more comorbidities,
High blood pressure, fucking
obesity.
So I can't get one. I'm gonna get
Too
the
healthy.
last batch.
You're too healthy to get
You're
it.
too healthy.
It's fucking.
I qualify for everything.
I think we'll be eligible Monday.
Cool.
Then it becomes finding an appointment.
Right.
I
And
know-
it's going to be a little wild right off the bat. For
Yeah.
sure.
I know Kimmy's clinic.
Her clinic. You could probably get one right now. If
Yeah, you
want.
got the hookup, dude.
She
Holler
got
if you
hers
can.
right away,
Have
obviously.
her pocket a few and just bring them home.
She worked at the
eat 'em like-
airport a couple times. I felt like a proud patriot. I was like, my wife's like doing vaccines today. Not a big deal.
You felt like a proud patriot.
Yeah. It's like, what's
Well,
more?
you should be proud
What's
of
more
her. That's
patriotic than fucking frontline fucking sticking people with needles?
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing. Not much I can think of.
Awesome. Giving out the vaccine. Yeah, that's some hero shit. So,
I'm
cool.
excited. I hope people get
Phlebotomy.
it. I hope people get it. I hope we can like somewhat live our lives again. It's feeling.
It's feeling closer.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think most people are just completely over it.
Well, it's kind of like the predictions I've read said that like this summer is going to feel normalized, like we're getting back to normal, and then in the fall it'll probably kind of become a little more isolated again and stuff and shit, But
Yeah.
I don't know.
People
Maybe
keep calling
everybody
it.
will be vaxxed up by then.
I keep hearing this phrase, "white boy summer."
It's White Boy Summer. The
Wow.
summer per Chet Hanks.
Chet Hanks.
Chet Hanks with the, like I got my my black.
With the what?
I got my black queen. It's like, what? Did you hear that? Like when he was doing
He's
that?
weird, man.
Yeah,
He thinks he's really cool.
Kids do that. It's like, what?
That I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
I
sound.
wish you could pull up the interview. Like,
I can, but
He goes, "It's gonna be a white boy summer, but Chet, are you gonna have a black queen? I stay black queen." It's like, what, dude? Like, fucking get out of here, Castaway.
I mean, is it the interview or is it just him talking to the?
I think it's just
Is
him
it,
talking.
is it just why is he famous? Just because he's Tom
Loved
Hanks' son?
ones, what's
Okay,
up?
here we
Tapping
go.
in. Look, I just got to the factory. We just dropped the Black Queen Summer and the Stop Hate.
No,
We're
no,
getting
that's
to work
different.
Right
I
now
saw
on the
that.
Black King, Brown Boy.
Go to the
Brown
first one.
boy.
What is he talking about?
He's just trying to racially
I'm gonna keep it honest.
identify everybody.
I've been feeling a little bit left
All right,
out.
hold
I just
on.
want to know, is it going to be a brown boy summer?
No, this is
for sure,
different.
bro.
This
It's
is
a brown-
different.
Well, which one is it? When he's sitting in his car?
Yeah. Go to that one.
Hey, check this out. You know what's not White Boy Summer? This is the epitome of not White Boy Summer.
this isn't
Is
it
having
either.
God, this guy don't shut up. Huh?
I bet he's selling a fuck ton of T-shirts though.
Fuck yeah.
Right? Maybe.
Hey guys, look, I just wanted to tap in really quick. I just got this feeling, man,
This is it.
that this summer is it's about to be a white boy summer. You know, take it how you want. I'm not talking about like
Take
Trump.
it how you
No, I don't think this is
NASCAR
it
type
either.
white. I'm talking about
Damn it.
You know, me, John B. What's up, loved ones? Wow, white boy summer going up. It's fantastic. I love to see it. Thanks for making that a thing. They've been asking me, Chet, if it's going to be a white boy summer, does that make it a black queen summer for
That's it.
you? And I said, do you know me? Because if you did, that's all year round. Respectfully. But
hear that?
Why'd you
yeah,
fuck
if
it
you want to know
up?
more about the white boy
That's
summer,
it.
hit the link in my bio
Well,
and
what's
register
it?
for
Did you
Actors
hear him?
Advantage,
He goes,
my acting community I'm dropping,
You did
where I'll
it.
be sharing
He
all the
didn't say
game, all the
anything
trends,
even
all the
close to
things.
that.
Go back, go back, go back.
Actually,
Can't go
living
back.
from
It's
being a working
Instagram.
actor in film and
Oh,
television.
we'll
If
start
that's
it again.
something you're interested
I
in.
talked over it.
You know
Not
what I mean?
gonna listen
So,
to
hop
this.
on the right foot.
You
and,
talked
make your
over
next
the
move
thing
your
you
best move
want.
if you know
Damn
it's
it.
good for you.
You made the noise.
And, everyone have a great Saturday. Peace.
All right, one more
love.
time.
All right.
Come on,
God
Chet.
damn it.
What's up, loved ones?
Loved
wow,
ones.
White boy summer going up. It's fantastic. I love to see it. Thanks for making that a thing. They've been asking me, Chet, if it's going to be a white boy summer, does that make it a black queen summer for you? And I said, do you know me? Because if you did, that's all year round. Respectfully. But yeah, if you want to know more about the white boy summer,
It's amazing.
Okay, so first of all, that is not the same sound that you made.
It's close.
No, it wasn't.
You're like, He did it like it was some kind of call. It was like the tail end of his laugh.
I don't know about this guy. I don't understand.
But-
Why does it have to be a white boy summer? What does that mean?
I don't even know.
But it's Brown Boy Summer too, and Black Queen
It's
Summer.
just
and
everybody's
Black King
summer then.
Summer.
Why the fuck are you...
I don't know.
It's a
man.
pho summer.
But
It's going to
a
be a
what?
fuss
I'm eating
summer.
so much pho this
Really?
summer. Oh, dude.
it's too hot.
So I got a
Should be
hook
a
on
fall.
I got a
Fall.
hook. I got a hook on authentic pho. Best pho I've ever had in my life. So Kimmy's student is Vietnamese, and her parents still live with her, and all her mom does is just cook.
Yeah.
And she brought me a bowl, and she's like, pho hung, more like pho chum. And
What?
dude, and she fucking she brought it, and I was like, we'll see. Oh, dude,
We'll see. You tried to act.
What
like
was
you
it about
made
it that
fun.
you liked better?
it was unbelievable. The broth was the most flavorful, best broth I've ever had.
Okay.
Fresh USD choice ribeye steak with a little bit of fat, and it was
Okay, well, good.
dude.
I'm happy for you.
I got a pho spot 2 blocks from the crib that took me a little getting used to because the broth definitely tastes different than the pho hung.
Right.
But it's good, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Man, you ever look at making your own fish broth and shit? It's pretty tough. You
Yeah,
gotta
I'm gonna
fucking
make
just
pho.
boil fish heads
Yeah.
and stuff. And
I mean, I've looked
your
at-
whole house smells like fish heads for a couple days.
I know how to make everything
man.
based on the amount of shows I've watched showing me how to do it, but I don't do most of
Right.
it.
I don't understand this whole like Asian hate thing right now. Like, how the fuck could you hate an Asian? Like the best
I
food.
don't know if I want to go.
Like
I mean,
they're the nicest. Like I've never met a rude Asian. Like so fucking nice. Best food ever. If Kimmy dies, God forbid, I'm getting a mail order Filipino bride, dude.
Oh my God.
I'm doing it.
Oh, man. All right.
Huh.
Cool.
so
Yeah, definitely stop
Yeah.
Asian hate.
I mean, definitely stop Asian hate for sure.
I don't get it.
What do you
Like
mean?
this.
There's racist people in the world?
Yeah.
I don't get that either. We
Why
don't
the
get
fuck
that,
are
but-
we still dealing with this shit?
Because it's fucking white boy summer. That's why.
Kill,
white boy
I
summer.
say kill all the white men,
Whoa.
me included.
White genocide, huh?
Yeah, leave my kids. Take me out.
Me out. All right. Well, go an interesting direction with this.
I mean-
I just don't get it. Like,
Well, yeah,
it's
of
just,
course.
it's sad, man. It's like,
But it's not like
it's just sad.
why do people hate Asians? Because they're nice and they have good food. It doesn't make no. Why do people hate Asians? They're people. They're human beings.
Right.
They're all different, just
Nobody
like
should
everybody
be
else is. You know what I mean? Like,
Of course.
there's no reason
and
to
it's
hate a group like
I was being silly because
No,
I
I know.
love the food, but like, of course, they're fucking humans, and it's like the fact that people are just dying for being a human doesn't anywhere is just so fucking gross.
for
Like,
sure.
been happening forever.
Of course it has, but like we all, we went through the Trump presidency and all this crazy shit. Like you discovered your mom's a fucking. We all knew she was a racist, but now like she's on Facebook.
Whose mom?
I'm just saying, like a lot of people's parents,
Oh, right,
like
right.
this fucking, and my brother's a hardcore fucking extremist now. Like, when did he join the fucking queues?
Dude, well, I tell you.
it's like,
that-
what is going on?
I tell you, though, that the lockdown situation was a prime time to radicalize. And
Oh, dude,
people got
yeah.
radicalized on both sides.
Yep.
Because you got everybody then going home, stuck inside, and they're on the internet. Everybody was on the internet.
Yeah.
COVID, the lockdown, quarantine, whatever you want to refer to the time as, made a lot of seemingly reasonable and rational people lose their minds.
Yeah.
And you could watch it happen. You could see that by their posts on social media, they like lost the ability to like critically think and
Right.
like
It was just whatever they chose, whatever side or person or source they were getting things from, that was then their
And
perspective.
you know what sucks about it is like I read this headline Like, really? It's fucking clickbait. Like, it's designed.
But the thing is, it's
for you.
still going on. There's still fucking a bunch of just fake shit making the rounds, dude. It's fucking just media.
I think
fuck, dude.
Like, not like conspiracy theory or whatever the fuck, but it's clearly like fucking cyber warfare, right? Like, we've done it to countries forever. Like, we'll pump them full of fucking to stir a fire or whatever the fuck, you know? And now it's being done to us, like via social media and all this shit. And it's like more apparent than ever. It's like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, the whole Facebook thing is just wild. And like,
I mean,
as soon
there's
as
been
like
civil wars have been fought because of social media. There's countries that have banned it. You know,
like
that
the
was a
decline of
that was a
our
big thing during
civilization.
that election, and I can't remember where that was.
What are we talking about?
That banned Facebook during the election because they were like, "This is totally fucking with people's bias."
Right.
Yeah.
I can't remember which country that was. So that brought up a bunch of weird, you know, what is the law regarding that? What is the law regarding, you know, pumping shit, controlling a narrative?
The whole the discussion around free speech,
Dude, that's a tough one.
super tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough
Because
one.
on the one hand, especially as an American, you want to say how important
speech.
free speech is and that it should be completely unregulated in every capacity. But then you see the way people have been able to spread misinformation and really
Well, and hate speech, too.
right and literally cause or at least encourage and condone violent acts.
Well, and that's the thing with like the 4chan and the 8chan, right? Why'd you do? Why you look at me like that?
'Cause-
You want to go there?
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
let's
you want to
go.
go there?
Let's go.
Because it's that I think is an interesting thing because we have free speech and that is super important. But should there be anonymous free speech? That I think is where then you get the dark side.
Yeah.
Then you get the people that can sit there and agree and can fuel fires and can all be a part of this culture. And this, like, you know, I don't know. It does have a connection to gamer culture in a way, but then it also is like from hate
Yeah.
from real racism and shit.
Yeah, it's like Ladies Man 217 likes to get on the forum and type gas all Jews.
Right. And so it's like this racist, extreme xenophobic perspective is then like memeified.
Right.
And then it just becomes a funny.
And I think a lot of the times it even starts as a meme and then people buy into it.
Right.
Like the whole OK symbol
Right.
that they connected to white supremacy or whatever. Like
Right.
that was probably just a joke
Yeah.
at first. And then it actually
Wait,
became
now
a thing.
You're
Now you
telling
know.
me I can't do the okay
Yeah.
sign.
And there was people actually using it
It's used
for
also
that.
a sutra for meditation.
Right. So what are you supposed to do? Like,
You're supposed to go in the middle finger.
oh, okay.
Middle finger symbolizes love. Pointer finger symbolizes hate.
That I didn't know.
Not.
Ring finger
I will not abide by these rules.
is right in the middle.
I am not abiding.
Between love and hate?
Yeah.
The thin line?
And pinky is, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. The pinky's hard though. It takes a
That's
little
it?
extra
This
effort.
is the sign for I don't give a fuck is
Yeah.
basically a 3.
It's a hard P.
Okay, so you guys we're all caught up on Q Into the Storm on HBO. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this the deepest dive into QAnon that is out there that's available, or
In my
I think
opinion,
so.
yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Hulu one, I feel like goes into a little more. I mean, this one goes more in depth, but I think the Hulu one kind of makes more connections. Like, kind of focuses on Q, the entity. I'll say.
Where this
rather
one's
than
clearly
this
trying
one
to
is about
the people involved
with the
Yeah, this
chants
one's
and
not
stuff.
like glorifying or even like really showing what's on Q. It's more like who the fuck is running this shit.
and who's buying into it, who's listening to it, who are the
Yeah.
people that are
Those
that are
poor
bought
bastards, like those families, like that guy and his wife who run that fucking radio show or podcast.
But people
And then-
jumped on it and made fucking money, man.
Right.
Yeah, hardcore.
You know, I mean, I know of podcasts that kind of like shifted in that direction and then all of a sudden kind of blew up, you know, got a bunch of shit. It's just,
We should
it's
have
so
we should have
weird,
done a
man.
Q cast.
We should have started
we
a
should have
Q
did.
cast.
dude, that pig farmer and his fucking weirdo Asian son. Jesus Christ.
Well, okay, so we're 4 episodes
Stop
in.
Asian hate, Chase.
How many more episodes are there? Is this an 8-episode
I
thing?
think it said
Six?
six.
6?
I think it's 6.
So,
So-
we're 4 in, right?
So we still got a couple.
I think they're clearly purposefully trying to make us guess who it is and think it's one of these people that they're showing
It
us.
is not the kid and Jim Watkins.
you don't think?
It's not
I think
Jim
it's
and Ron.
Watkins, dude.
I
do.
mean, no,
He's
I
weird.
think
He's fucking
he's
weird.
But he's weird, but it's too obvious. Is the problem?
I think that's
And-
I
and-
think that's what they're doing. I think they're literally standing out in. That's where they're getting off. Like, it's me, motherfucker. You know, and just like
I don't think so. I don't think. I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
What about the point where it's
Because
supposedly
Q
switched?
switches.
Right.
That's the thing, is that Q switches. So maybe this HNQ is Jim and Ron. Just
But the original
capitalizing on
Q
it.
wasn't.
Right.
I think the original Q was literally Trump himself.
I think I think that it was a psyop, dude. They've talked about doing this kind of stuff.
When they show the connections to where like Q would drop something and then Trump would
say
literally
it.
say the same thing a day
that
or
shit was
two
wild,
later.
right? Yeah.
But even if it weren't him or somebody close to him, though, you know he was keeping up with that shit.
Right.
Because it was a psyop designed to radicalize people. And it's been done for fucking decades, man. It's a fucked up tactic. Because, like you see, it ruins families. Dude.
What about
It
the little
ruins the fucking country?
the little squishy dude in the wheelchair?
I want to squish him like a
dude.
squish ball.
He,
I want to feel his right.
So he
arm.
kind of switched up on us, right? Like he was all of a sudden he was like, I want to come clean.
Well,
on
the
all
thing
this.
is,
And-
these mass shootings, man. Like that's the thing. When this fucking internet
crossed the line.
culture
Crossed the
comes
fucking
into
line.
real life,
yeah,
so
I think he has a conscience, and I think what
Right.
happened was he was just like, I started this shit because I believe in free speech. So of course there's going to be Nazi fucking boards. There's going to be all this fucking hate, and
But then there is normal
and pornography
stuff,
and
you
like
know?
crazy
Right.
dark web shit. But I support all that because that's just as important as us saying stop Asian hate or Black Lives Matter or whatever the fucking hashtag is right now, right? Because like I strangely agree with that too, because there is a weird line of like censorship, you know, like I don't agree with those people, and I think they're all pieces of shit, and you know, I hope they all fucking die.
But
I'm just kidding.
They have
But
the right to.
but they have the right to fucking speak their minds. They have the right to post on the internet, the same as me posting my fucking kids in my yard.
But so we
And-
the thing is, it's calls to action. You know,
But the
that kind
manifestos
thing.
of like mass shooters literally saying, I'm going to go shoot up the synagogue on this day and going live and filming it and then posting their manifesto on this board, and then it gets fucking glorified.
yeah. Like at what
And-
point does the board have a responsibility?
There's a responsibility.
but-
it's the same as like chain link. No.
But would this person not just fucking post
Silk
it
Road.
elsewhere?
The Silk Road shit.
It's gonna get posted regardless.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on the platform that's being provided. Like how many people are going to have access to the thing you're saying, and what type of people may be drawn to it.
All right, and that was the thing of definitely like, oh, if I do this here, then I'll be legend. You know.
Yeah,
Right.
it's fucked. And like, I don't know, like after watching that shit, and then because I haven't lived with my brother, my mom, or my dad, or anyone for a long time, and like seeing the shit my brother's been posting since all this shit's become popular.
You're
and
like, oh, it got you.
it got it. He's clearly on that shit, and all of his gamer friends are clearly on that shit, and they're clearly dropping hard ends when they're playing fucking Call of Duty, and like glorifying Hitler and like
Incels.
weird shit. You know what I mean? That these kids have been like completely brainwashed, who are like these shut in fucking don't have jobs.
They're incels.
Don't contribute to anything.
Right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a fucking job and lives off of government money. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Shut the fuck up. Like, you have no say in this shit. I pay your fucking Social Security, bitch. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm in this weird pickle because I don't want to lose my family members. They're all I fucking have. I don't have a big family.
Right.
I don't want to withdraw my family that I've created and build this fucking,
Well,
for a lack of
family
better word,
shouldn't-
a wall around my fucking family. I want my mom.
For lack of a better word.
I want my brother to experience my kids and him being an uncle.
But that's the
And
thing,
it's
though.
like-
We let this has gone so far as to ruin families, and we can't, because people are people and people make mistakes, and this goes so deep and it's so rooted in some crazy shit that psychologically manipulates people.
Yeah.
That like you can't blame the person for falling into it.
It's literally mental illness. Like,
And you have to, but the thing is too that we have become so divided that somebody has to be the one to be like, I disagree with you, but I'm still talking to you. Why would I separate because we disagree on some shit? And then because that pushes people further.
Right.
Because
Literally
they go,
experiencing that
it's
right now.
completely polar opposites.
Yeah.
So somebody's got to put the hand out. And and have the discussions and disagree is fine, but we've lost the ability to disagree.
Yeah.
Because of the internet and this culture of just, oh fuck you, you're canceled, and this is shit, and that it's just ruined it. It's
And
ruined the
diving-
conversation.
Totally. And like diving so deep into a theory that you believe, it's like hardcore religion. Like God is real and there's no other fucking outcome, right? You're either going to heaven or hell, and that's it. And you live your life by that. And now all of a sudden people are living their lives by some like Trump, like in government conspiracies and fucking all this shit.
But the thing is, I don't blame them because of the media itself and the way that these things are handled in the news and the Communications Act in the 90s and shit has culminated into this fucking disgusting thing that can brainwash and manipulate people and glorifies the tragedy. All news is bad news.
Totally.
All news is bad news, otherwise it wouldn't be on the news.
Except for the last 5 minutes of 5:30 fucking prime time, they always do a positive.
Some positive, a cat that got rescued or
I like
something.
it.
Right, but
I like that
then
shit.
that keeps you coming back because you're like, oh, see, they're balanced.
But see, so I'm watching this Q documentary, and when they start to go into some of those connections and the things that are coincidental or the things that match up,
Right.
like I can't help but be like, I mean, yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
That's totally believable. Like I can see why people are willing to accept this as
Right, because
truth.
There's these connections and stuff. And you know what's odd, though, is the Q phenomenon is kind of like Trump's presidency in and of itself, where it is these predictions and these promises and stuff, and then that didn't quite turn out. It doesn't quite happen that way, and but it went to the extreme to give people this false hope, I think.
And when you speak the way Q speaks, it leaves so much open for interpretation. So it's easy to feel like he got something right.
Right.
Or if it was wrong, it's just because we misinterpreted the message and that it really means this instead. You know what I mean?
Or it hasn't happened yet. There's something coming and stuff. We as humans love puzzles, right? We love fucking puzzles.
It's not unlike
and shit.
reading parables in the Bible. It's like you kind of assign your own meaning to the things that are being said because that's what either somebody told you it's supposed to mean or because that's what makes sense to you.
Right.
Totally.
It's not that different.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
Because
we find patterns in things naturally. We were we've evolved that way. So then, of course, it's just natural for us to seek those out and find those connections. And then that's the crazy thing about the world, right? Is that everything is connected anyways. So you could throw out some shit and then it somehow works out, becomes manifest.
Totally.
So it's
like
fucking
horoscopes.
crazy, man.
Like
Yeah.
you write something vague enough, somebody can go, that's That's me.
It's
That's
like
exactly me.
right.
It's like a Reiki chick, you know, like she rubbed some rocks over my dick and it got hard. Ooh, it worked.
But the thing is,
You know?
dude, the thing is though, it does work because our brains are so fucking powerful that like we can convince ourselves to heal from things. It's a placebo effect, yes, but does that make it wrong?
Yep.
If you can, yeah, that does make it wrong. If you can, you know, convince yourself of something. I mean, we've convinced ourselves of all kinds of shit. We tell a story every day of this is how I feel.
Yeah, we all live in our own bubble.
We
like,
choose
our own
our
narrative,
things.
right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like-
So you can't, you know,
we see the world
count
through
it
our
out.
own lens, and
can't
it's like
count it out.
what's crazy about it is though, like this conversation right now, like this phone could be picking it up, and my ads are like what we're speaking of, which blows my fucking
For
mind.
sure.
You know, it's like we're just being pumped to just stay online. That's the whole thing. It's like feeding the beast. Like,
Oh yeah, it's the game of keeping attention because as long as you're looking at something, somebody's
can
making
fly.
money. Bro.
Exactly.
So
It's all
on
money.
that note, Abba, did you look into Martin Cabello any deeper?
Yes, after you after the reveal that he lives in fucking South Hill, Puyallup, which is well, I don't want it to get too personal, but I have family there. So I've been there.
This guy who sort of became popular because people were taking things he said out of context and posting them.
Right. And then,
So, because he says some really weird shit, and if you just take a sentence or two out of context, it can seem like some crazy
well,
shit.
just okay. For instance, the gas can,
The gas
can video. I saw that and I was like, "This is fucking hilarious!" And this guy is fucking, just wild and shit, and totally didn't make the connection.
But then you dig in and you learn about it, and you're like, that's a real thing that happened.
Right. It was right by
These
my.
people aren't going to know what we're
family's
talking about.
house.
Let me play.
I don't know what we're talking about.
This guy.
I
Okay,
sent the video before. Yeah, you
right.
let me know.
You sent the video, and I was like, "This is fucking awesome. What is this?" So I started Googling.
He's the guy that does the block watch. People ask if I'm autistic. I'm autistic as shit.
Martin Cabello is his name. You can find him on Instagram. There's a whole bunch of dummy accounts, but the one that has 500,000 followers is the real him.
one?
So let me just play something real quick. There's
play a few
he
of
posts like 8 videos a day, maybe more. Like, and just listen to the way he talks and the shit he says.
People ask me what my page is about. I'm working on repairing several traumatic brain injuries. And I use my page as a way to gather all of the stress that comes with all of those situations, to pull the internet together with my information to create religious art for every religion's children that will exist for all of eternity.
So
Play the
When
gas
you're trying
can
to
one.
decipher the
I can't
information
find-
used to create Abrahamic religions,
Hold
you
on.
sound like a lion.
No,
1
because-
Ra, 2 Ra, 3 Ra, Yahweh, Allah. The
Dude,
raw
he's
power.
speaking some
Hoorah.
shit though. Like some fucking shit is coming out of his mouth.
He
The 1 Ra,
Shit.
2 Ra, talking about Ra
All
from
right.
Egypt.
And-
And he's talking about, he's like, he does know some shit.
he'll go hoorah, as in who is Ra,
Right.
Israel, Emmanuel, and he goes on these little like, for lack of a better term, like autistic like poems.
Tirades,
Like
right.
his brain is tying these terms together and these words together, and he presents it as though it has like this real deep important meaning, connecting religions and deities and shit. And
And when he was talking about resurrecting the fucking, they were asleep and I
he woke them up.
I
So
woke
he
them up.
so he claims that he's been like him and his family have been like harassed and assaulted by the military, and somehow Helly Hansen, the clothing company, is involved in all
And
this.
but the thing, he was in the military, right? And I think he was stationed at the base.
Nobody
right
can
there.
find any proof that
I
he
thought,
was in the military.
oh, okay, maybe.
And
I
he
just
talks a
read
lot
it
about
somewhere.
stolen valor, which, if you don't know what stolen valor is, it's basically somebody claiming to have been in the military or be in the military and they weren't.
Okay.
And he talks about that a lot. He's weird, man.
Is he Q?
I don't think it has anything to do with Q.
No, it's just its own separate thing, man. But yeah, so he has this video that went viral where he's talking about how he has a gas can. He's like, "This is my gas can. My friend Josh blew himself and his kids
and
up,
his two kids."
And that's the video, and it goes viral and shit because it's out.
But
of context.
Somebody took that clip out of context.
But it actually is true, and I had no idea that he was connected to this guy. This guy out in Puyallup, fucking
like 10 years ago,
took his kids and like in front of the social worker, like blew him.
Like his
Jesus.
So this guy's wife had gone missing, and I don't know if they ever figured out what happened to her. Right. But he was maybe going to be a suspect, so he blew up his house with him and his kids in it.
Fuck.
But then this guy Martin Cabello claims that that's his friend or his brother. He calls him my brother Josh.
Okay.
But nobody knows if it's like real,
right?
If he's just making this shit up for the internet, or if this is real.
He's got some shit going on in his brain. Obviously, he's on a different wavelength. And then he's got all this information because everybody can access everything now.
Chase, you'd like him because he talks a lot about ketosis.
Yeah, and dude, he eats raw.
He
pork.
claims because of his state of ketosis that his body can process raw meat.
Okay.
So he's just eating.
I am the keto kid again.
And he does look good. Like he looks healthy.
Yeah, he's lost weight. He was a bigger guy before.
Right.
So
yeah,
now he's gotten in shape. And
it's so fucking strange.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's.
But then it's like the thing is,
right, I have no idea about this guy.
But then the thing is, are we just making fun of mental illness? You know, there is a lot of people that are just making fun of mental illness, and then there's a lot of people that do think that there is a bigger conspiracy of some sort at play. I was reading the Reddit thread, and a lot of people were like, "I know this guy; he's a total asshole," and like, fucking yeah.
So this video, he starts off by eating a live worm.
Okay.
He just swallowed it.
A worm from mowing my lawn. You think about seer training? They bury it in your autonomic nervous system, your subconscious mind, to just eat bugs, lick spit, literally eat the bodily fluids of your enemy when you're getting beaten so that you can eat bugs later on if they give you a traumatic brain injury and remember who your enemy is. Very fascinating. The chemical action behind olfaction, or the sensation that built humanity's memorization. SEER, survive, evade, resist, escape. That doesn't always mean run. Sometimes you have to be a POW.
So
imagine living with that guy.
And here's the thing. Apparently, a lot of his followers are kids, teenagers.
Okay.
And he'll have them on in live chat with them.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's weird. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing is fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But it's also fascinating, and he's got some... he sounds really smart the way he talks about things, but then it's also like...
But then when you dig a little deeper...
It might just be full of shit.
It might be a petter ass.
And and just... Coincidentally enough, he loves superheroes and Batman and Jedi. And
does he drive a fucking ice cream truck?
Well, dude,
I don't know.
I think he's
got a wife.
He must be mentally ill and or have the brain injury. His wife is also. She has.
She in a wheelchair?
No, but she does have some sort of mental illness of sorts that, like a kind of antisocial type.
Imagine that fucking house.
He drinks raw eggs,
swastikas in the kitchen.
But see, he claims to be ketosis and all that, but he'll also just eat like a fucking piece of pizza. And
well, yeah, he's fat adapted. That's you're like you get metabolically adapted, right? So
where then your body's like, yeah, carbs.
It learns how to burn off fat and carbs, or whatever. Anyways, that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
It's weird, but it's interesting to me and kind of
a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's very interesting. Did you guys watch the Woody Allen documentary?
No.
How come?
I just haven't.
It's like I know shit happened. I'm not really interested in seeing the details.
I heard it was good.
Yeah.
But he's a creepy fuck.
Very creepy. Well, moving on. Did you watch
like the story's been out there
rapid fire?
While,
did you guys watch Kong versus fucking Kong versus Godzilla?
No, not yet. I do want to. I will probably tonight.
I have like 40 minutes left.
I finished it. I mean, it's good.
Dude, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean,
those movies have a a ceiling
Yeah.
of how good they
Yeah,
can
dude,
be.
the
right?
story
Right.
is not anything. I do find it odd. So this isn't really a spoiler alert, I would say, but there's this whole Hollow Earth thing.
Okay.
And they make sure to mention Hollow Earth and refer to it as Hollow Earth.
That's Kong's fucking.
A lot.
That's where he was born.
That's
No
not where
spoilers.
Kong was. Well, anyways, well, yeah, I guess you saw it, so I don't know what the real story is. But it's very odd to me that they constantly can talk about this Hollow
They
Earth
go there.
because that has been a conspiracy for a long time.
Kong in space,
and
baby.
Then,
It's wild.
and then for that to kind of make its way into a movie type of thing is just very odd because I believe science is finding more of this like possibility. I believe there was recently a discovery of there is a core beneath the core, within the core.
Yeah, man. Aliens are real.
Deeper than they knew.
We're on fucking
Aliens
Mars
are
right
real.
now.
That happened this year.
Pentagon released that shit. That was wild.
That UFOs are real. Aliens are real. Nobody cares. That's cool.
Nope.
Nobody gives a fuck. It's really
I
interesting.
mean,
I dove like way deep for like a month, and then it's like all the same.
how
like
specifically did they confirm aliens?
well, they did say that UFOs they are real. That nobody knows what they are. So they released documentation, some videos. Now we are getting close to the point at which they're supposed to release like their findings investigating this phenomenon.
they almost wrapped it
in.
into this latest COVID bill. Like they were going to.
It is.
Is it? Okay.
It's already happened. So we're getting
Okay,
to the
fair.
point. It was one of the first or second ones. But yeah, so it's interesting. I mean, as far as we know, like a lot of this stuff could be. I mean, I think it's aliens, 100%.
For sure.
Yeah.
I've always believed in aliens. Fucking just
Have
hung
you
out with them and
Have
shit.
you like dove into like the Lieutenant Fravor shit or anything like that?
Only on the surface level. I've talked to some people who are more into it than I am.
the whole Tic Tac thing, you know, like
I do recommend the Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, I believe it is.
Yeah, it was really
with,
good.
David Greer. I mean, it's definitely more of a hippie, fucking humanist type of stance, but it is talking about how, like, yeah, we've known about these things, but be careful because the government may, like, it's been hardwired and not hardwired, but kind of subconsciously given to us this whole idea of alien invasion, and that this release and this slow kind of onslaught of this information is going to come down to a threat, a state, but it's not really is the problem, is that they've always been peaceful.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say aliens created us. That's where I'm at. with
Well,
it.
have you seen Prometheus, the alien movie?
That's where I'm at. I think there's like these levels, and I think we're about to reach this next tier in fucking evolution or whatever. And
I don't know if
We
we,
might-
are going to reach the next tier,
we might,
bro.
We might.
We're kind
Well,
of
it won't be like me and you, but
No,
like
yeah.
people, humans.
like some, yeah, maybe.
if we survive the
I don't know, man. I don't know if, I mean, yeah, there are a lot of changes for the better that are happening. That's for sure. So maybe.
I need water so bad that I can't even like think.
I think
And that's
that,
my fault. That's my own fault.
But I don't know. I
there's bottles and shit right out there.
Whatever.
I 100% buy into the alien shit. So, but I just don't know what the end game is,
Right.
or the result, or you have to be careful with disinformation.
I think they're in the sea,
campaigns.
bro.
I mean, is it
I
so?
think they're in our seas.
Is it
Yeah, I
aliens
believe that, yeah.
regularly visit us, or is it a few aliens accidentally ended up here?
Well, so there is.
I think this
also-
planet is a leap planet.
of sorts. So there's kind of a running theory lately that they're not extraterrestrial. They're terrestrial and they come from the Earth, the hollow Earth.
It's us in the future.
And that
There's so much wild shit out there.
yeah,
dude.
there's that theory too that because and what's
all
interesting
fun.
about that though is that because if time the whole paradox, if time travel is invented, then it has to have happened already.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
so that kind of falls in line with that in a way. But you know, the rules of time travel, you can't interact.
I mean,
So
are we
that's-
going by Back to the Future rules, or are we going by Avengers rules?
Great Scott!
I mean, I'm just thinking physics and quantum mechanics, right?
I'm thinking YouTube and pizza. That's where
I'm
I get.
thinking Primer.
Yeah,
You
Primus?
ever watch that movie, dude? Primer.
Primer.
I don't
It
watch
could really
any,
work.
I don't watch any movie you suggest from now on.
Well, which
I've-
one ruined you?
I don't know that
Dude,
black and white one.
The Lighthouse.
What? No, there was like this. It was like in. It was like in.
Oh, the
Spanish.
familiars.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, the one with the faces?
Yeah.
That one was
Stupid.
tight.
Everybody
dude.
turned into the same guy.
so
Arse face.
sick. Everybody turns into a Mexican guy, dude.
What the?
I
fuck?
loved that movie,
That was
dude. That was
fantastic.
fucking
And
sick.
then
dude.
I think, I don't know.
I-
My household is under the thing. Like, obviously, Kimmy knows I'm talking to you guys more than I talk to her, and she's like, any movie recommendation from the boys, we're not watching.
But
was like,
I
okay.
usually do not recommend it to you.
We've burned you
Unless
too
I
many
think you
times,
will really
but we
like
did it on purpose, though.
What was that one? Midsommar.
Midsummer, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
like
fuck.
if we agree that it's fucked up, then yeah, we want you to watch it.
That one was kind of.
I love making people watch those movies, though, and then they're like, "What the fuck, man?"
fucking good. Yeah.
Sorry,
I love them. I love weird shit. You know, it's
there's some
cool.
good weird
It's
shit
good.
coming out too.
Yeah.
Zeb,
I'm
how the
enjoying
fuck you been, bro?
I'm good.
it. Are we going back to the recap?
Yeah, I mean,
How's the studio? How's like
it's weird.
fucking business
As you
during
can
this
see,
time?
the studio's not in the greatest shape it's ever been in.
It always looks like this. Whatever.
I mean, at least used to be able to sit on the
It's
couch.
lived in,
sometimes.
right?
You keeping the apartment clean? Like,
It's okay. Well, I mean, I had Zone over last night, so there's fucking
Pepsi?
Truly cans all over the place.
Truly. What do you think? Truly versus White Claw?
Same.
I like claws, man.
Yeah.
OG.
Because you're a white boy summer.
I prefer a few different brands more than that. The Topo Chico has a hard
Topo
seltzer
Chico.
now, which is
Have you tried the Seven Peaks one? I kind of dig that.
yes,
it's
the
kinda
Seven
got-
Peaks is fire.
Yeah,
Really?
It's kind of
Yeah.
got more of a ferment going on though because
I can
of the
dig
fruit.
that. I can dig that.
The Seven Peaks, they come in a 6-pack that has 3 different flavors: a raspberry Cosmo, and a Greyhound. They're like kind of highball. They're inspired by highball drinks.
Right, so they're like
By
a little
cocktails?
more-
Yeah.
But they're still, very low sugar, low cal.
Can you have a Celsius or a vodka when you're keto?
Yeah, there's no carbs.
Like,
But I
you're
mean,
not supposed to
drinking
drink it.
alcohol.
You're not supposed to
isn't
have like a bunch of
necessarily-
alcohol,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Like,
Well,
Like
with anything, you're not supposed to have a whole bunch of
yeah,
alcohol.
I think I ballooned up. I really got into IPAs.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, dude.
And I think
swear,
that's like where I gained like 20, 30
bro,
real quick.
IPAs.
I was drinking a
and the
shit ton of
dark
them.
beers.
Yeah.
I believe are what caused my kidney stones.
I stopped. Like I bought like a big thing of them, and I've had one. Abba's drank the rest. A few times
Dude, you
it's
know what
been
I
over.
love though lately, man?
We got hammered a few weeks ago.
We've gotten hammered a couple times through this pandemic. But no, what I've been really loving, dude, is a fucking glass of wine with dinner, dude.
Yeah.
I have been doing that lately.
That's
Got
good.
that nice table red wine, dude.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. I've been cooking some more Italian shit. So it's definitely, when we're having some chicken cacciatore, I'm having some wine, man.
It's a pizza.
I love it.
I had Chibos last night.
Dude, that place is so bomb.
Fire.
What'd you get?
I got the red or the white pizza, so it was like caramelized onions, shaved truffles, and like a pizzicato, like some kind of meat, And then we got the
Pinciati.
we got the fennel sausage fire. Oh, fuck
that's a
me
good
in the
one.
ass.
Did you get an affogato?
No, I got a tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
Ooh, fuck, bro. It was. You know what's so good about that? Like, you don't feel like you want to kill yourself after you eat like 4 or 5 slices of that shit. Versus like if you had 4 or 5 slices of Domino's or Pizza Hut, or you just feel like, well, I might as well jump off a bridge.
Dude, I tell you though, so shout out, so straight from New York, when you order delivery, they have a dough ball on their menu. I don't know if they've always done that, or if you can always.
So you can make a freshie.
So yeah, so it's like I ordered pizza through them, and I was like, let's throw in a ball of dough. I made that shit last night. Bomb, dude, bomb. It's a really nice way to go.
I had my parents in town last Monday, and we decided to get pizza, and so I went through my Triple B Rolodex, and I was like,
which one?
so I got to get pizza for the folks, for Mom Dukes.
Right.
What do I get?
Right.
It's not their option all the time.
I went Sweetheart.
I don't remember
Dude,
that one.
that's crazy because I went by there on my run earlier.
South Waterfront.
I was like, I forgot about this place.
That place was fire.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah.
And I got my mom a pizza margarita that she likes.
Nice.
Still good.
And she loved it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
That
how
place
you
was
know.
good. I remember that. And it was like super low key because it's not really.
It's kind of hidden. You have to be on that, it's like Moody Avenue or something like that.
Yeah, if you live down there, you're in that community, and that spot hasn't really fully like blown up yet. I feel like it's too expensive.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a retirement vibe down there.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Right.
Live there?
Live there.
Walk around?
I
Dude.
finally fucked with that JoJo's truck.
Oh, yeah?
That chicken
What is that?
sandwich spot. It's
Oh,
fried
okay.
chicken
Okay.
food truck up there on that weird little new food pod complex off of Powell. And,
Dude, so many of those
fucking know.
popped up during
this
lockdown.
This one's got like there's a little marketplace attached to it and stuff.
I've definitely ordered more food than I've ever ordered in my life because that
Everybody
became
did.
the vacation.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
That was it.
Let's drop 100 spot on DoorDash tonight. Let's get crazy.
Yeah, it was like
that
life sucks. What do we got? We got Netflix, and then we got ordering food.
Yeah,
That's the
I'm
only
gonna-
things we can do.
Let's get 2 orders of the fucking honey walnut shrimp. Whoa!
a lot of those. You see a lot of the national delivery or takeout only places that popped up, like Man vs. Fries and like Mr. Beast Burgers.
Oh
and,
yeah,
I don't know these spots.
So you're talking about these weird ones where it's like
They rent kitchens.
they rent commercial kitchens and it's just
yeah.
a fully online delivery
exactly.
type thing.
And there's a ton of them.
I don't like them.
So many chicken wing places that are all the same.
Yeah.
And
There's like
that's the problem.
8
is
different
that
names.
When I do order from them, they fucking kind of suck.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with all this shit. It's like I've cooked a ton through this whole thing. It's like I can make shit more fire than like
Oh yeah.
these.
So you make a
spots.
burger at home, it's better than anything you're getting
yeah,
delivered.
Dude, even like the fucking frozen Costco burgers, they're bomb. Like they're really juicy. They fucking
I've been getting the Trader Joe's burgers. Dude, having a Trader Joe's like on my block
good.
is so clutch.
Bro,
It's the
those
best.
Trader Joe's is the
Those
shit.
peanut puffs? You would get
Oh,
the
yeah.
peanut puffs?
Yep.
Oh,
God damn it.
dude.
Like peanut butter
I'm
Cheetos.
making a Trader Joe's run. That's it. Because we get food stamps right now, dude. It's fucking the shit.
Living off the government teat.
You got to. The amount
This
of
guy-
taxes.
Oh, whatever. You just fucking you don't want
Bro.
to brag about your
I'm not
money
bragging.
and your tax returns, and then I'm on food stamps, dude.
Gotta be, dude.
Yeah.
Playing it. Like, Kimmy didn't work for 5 months. What are we supposed to do? We're starving over here,
Yeah.
dude. Give me that fucking.
Yeah, you guys
like
got to eat.
No,
you
he's
get like,
giving
dude.
shit.
You can't not eat.
I made so many fat Costco runs where you like, we don't have. I had to buy another freezer, so of course I gained 40 pounds. Like, this is what you do
Well,
now.
you were definitely sending a lot of steaks in consecutive nights for
dude,
a while.
I've ate more red meat this year than most people have ate in their lives. Kimmy just shows up. She's like, ribeyes are on sale. Like right today. Just another 6-pack. Like, fuck it. Let's go.
Fuck it.
You know? Dude, because that's what she craved during this pregnancy. So it got crazy.
You're like, I'm in.
Oh, of course.
You're craving red meat? I'm
You're
in.
telling me we can grill steaks every single night and then we can start fucking with, like, okay, we'll do reverse sears tonight. We'll do cast iron and butter. You know, we'll go low and slow on the Traeger. Like, what's
Hey,
fucking...
man, I'll admit, though, the couple times I've come over for dinner, man, you making some bomb stuff.
Fire.
So.
I made, we smoked the fucking pork butt. Had you guys over because it was like, you know, let's get the band back together before we sit down and fucking talk about nothing, you know, and like let's you know fucking whatever. But it was really fun. like, ooh, let's talk about our name changes of like the butt plugs or like whatever the fuck
The
we came
butt
up
plugs. Yeah, have a podcast that sounds like it's a band. That works.
with. Twisted butt plug.
What about so we've missed a lot of stuff. In particular, some things on Disney Plus that were pretty popular this last few months.
Oh yeah, like what?
Well, for example, there was season 2 of The Mandalorian,
Yes.
which broke Disney Plus.
Yep. God damn, that show was good. I loved it.
Fantastic.
I'm not a Star Wars guy. It's been documented. The shit was awesome.
Really good.
It was great.
Really well done. And then announcements for all sorts of spin-offs and
Yeah, prove it.
crazy. Yeah, like they announced like 11 Star Wars shows or something
Prove
crazy
it.
like that.
Show me what you got.
Yeah, we'll see how much of it actually makes it to production.
Favreau does it. I'm in.
Well, so, there's always that. Ever since The Mandalorian came out, there's been rumors of like disconnect between Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, and then Jon Favreau, and like them not
the way they want.
not really getting along, and then this whole Gina Carano thing pops up. She's speaking her opinion on social media that kind of goes against
the grain.
And in particular against, I guess, what Disney's
The
direction they're trying to go.
You cannot be a right-leaning person in Hollywood.
It's very difficult.
It's your day is gonna suck.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
You just can't do it.
And I don't think she should have been fired. I guess she technically wasn't fired. They're just deciding not to bring her back.
They wrote her off.
But then look what happens. Like the fallout from that now is that the fallout is extremism because then she immediately signs a movie deal with the Daily Wire. Like,
to be clear, none of this shit is going to go anywhere because she's not a talented
right. Like it doesn't actually matter, but it's fueling that fire.
Here's where. Like, I don't believe she ever said anything that was like a fireable offense to me.
No,
but
especially
I
as we
do
talk about freedom of speech.
I do believe though that she has been talked to about it and refused to. They probably said, "Hey, look, please just don't while you're employed through us, try to keep that stuff to a minimum at least or whatever."
Totally.
And she wouldn't stop doing it. So eventually they were just like, "Well."
And that's a tough thing too, is that with this social media has brought out this connection between workplace and the internet. And we've seen so many people get fired because of, maybe some worthy things and some also like not worthy things that were just fucking
can we
people complaining enough.
Can we all agree on like fuck cancel culture? I mean, it's ridiculous.
I mean, I think some people deserve to be canceled.
I agree, but it's fucking so
I don't see. Here's the thing. I think that if you have something to provide to the world or to an audience, you cannot be canceled unless you allow yourself to be canceled. Look at Chris D'Elia.
Yeah,
Chris D'Elia said, "Fuck it,
I'm coming.
I'm not canceled." And guess what? He's not canceled.
Right.
Yeah.
So
he might have lost like MeUndies sponsors.
And that's the thing. It's like because of course there's consequences, and that's where people get it twisted on both sides of the difference, because then people try to say that cancel culture is the consequences.
But when you represent a company or an entity or an organization,
something like Disney,
like
NBA, where they got fucking money and you're under
your free speech contract. At that point, they don't have to respect your free speech.
They got an HR.
They don't have to. If you're saying something that they believe is a liability that's going to look bad on them, it's going to hurt them and keep their audience,
Yeah.
And it's so fucking sad though, because look at what corporations have become. They're all fucking staged. They're all staged concerned citizens,
right?
Is what they're acting like, and they're not. They're the ones that could actually make some big differences too, but instead they're like, we'll make a commercial,
Right.
And it's fucking ridiculous. And then you're going to fire people for expressing their opinions. Have these deep contracts.
They're making business decisions. They're not making social justice decisions.
Right.
They're not.
They're going.
They're not trying to help.
Audience.
They need to make sure that they're making the money they need.
We got to make sure that people
course.
know we're aligned with this audience, so that this audience then buys from us.
It's
because then they go, oh,
if they
yeah,
didn't
they're
make
cool.
more in the fourth quarter, then they failed. So they have to fucking constantly produce, and they constantly have to fucking be going up. Because if a company's going down, that's not the name of the game, right?
Yeah.
Or we grow.
So they announced a spin-off of The Mandalorian called The Rangers.
Right.
Rangers of the New Republic. And I believe this was supposed to be
Her show.
Cara Dune's show.
Right.
Or at least she was going to be a major part of it. Obviously, now that's not going to happen. So we'll see. That might be one that just gets scrapped because of that. I don't know.
Could be.
Crazy.
Probably.
The Boba Fett show should be
I feel like if
interesting.
Yeah, because I feel like then there's not going to be a Mandalorian.
They're supposed to be.
But are they? They're probably going to pull something of like it being the last thing. Because face it, if there's no Baby Yoda and there's no Boba Fett, I don't see them being able to continue. Like they can continue the story most definitely, but it won't be as big of a raging hit.
Can they just replace her as an actress?
I hope they don't. That would be lame, man.
I mean, it's been done before.
I mean, you
How
just
many Batmans have
you don't
there been?
replace the actress, the actor of the character. You just bring on a new character that fills that role.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't have.
Yeah, a lot of people have guessed that the Mandalorian would be over now, but they say it's not. They say there's a season 3 coming.
Like we got the goods, don't you worry. And they might pull it off.
I don't see them quitting on the Mandalorian when it's been such a hit for them.
Right, they'll give it a couple more seasons, maybe try to see. But I feel like the Boba Fett, once that comes out, is going to overshadow it.
I mean, that show alone has made them the number 2 streaming platform,
Right?
Which is huge.
And then, I mean, I'm going to say that show alone, but then at the same time,
But pretty much, I mean,
Falcon and Winter Soldier is apparently the biggest show right now.
well, yeah, because it's the new thing.
And WandaVision did okay.
WandaVision, I thought was fantastic.
WandaVision was
It took me a
was.
while.
It
I
was
didn't
great.
get it. At first, I was like, fuck this show. And I think a lot of people did that.
Yeah.
Dude, once it went back to color, I was like, God damn it. Now I miss the black and white.
It was strange at first. I had no idea.
It reminded me of Grandma's house back in the day, having Nick at Night on, watching fucking Love Lucy. And
I thought every episode was going to be that. And I was like, I'm not going to watch
I
12.
explained to you, though, that it wasn't.
Right.
But
I
that
told you
doesn't-
what was
That
happening.
doesn't mean anything.
But I told you exactly what was
You
happening.
did. You totally called it. Too.
Still doesn't mean anything.
It
Like,
doesn't, huh?
if it's not happening right now, then
But see, and here's another thing:
This
like
way forever.
people watch TV shows differently than they do movies, and I totally was watching this with a movie mindset. You know what I mean? Like to me, it was not about the individual episodes; it was about the
total,
entire story.
right.
So like. And I'm doing it the same way with Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's like it's not about the individual episodes, whether this episode's good, that episode sucks. It's like it's a whole story.
I haven't grasped Falcon.
You haven't watched it yet.
Well, I have. I've
have?
watched 1 and 2, but it just hasn't grabbed me the same as Wanda.
Definitely different. It's more of a action show.
yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode and then I'm kind of waiting. There's 3, 4 now?
There's 3 now.
Yeah. I'll watch it. I mean, it is, as far as a TV show, it's unbelievable. Like the CGI, it's literally an
movie
IMAX,
quality,
It's an
yeah.
IMAX movie.
Action's awesome.
Like the budgets on these shows are got to be insane.
Well,
Like,
but then they
hundreds
but then
of millions
they're
of dollars, right?
they're-
Like,
the
it's gotta
living
be.
room is the movie theater now, so why not?
Yeah, of course.
You
I really want to I can't wait. I'm not going to go to the movie theater because I'm not trying to die. But
what?
I really want to see the new Bob Odenkirk movie.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Nobody, is that the one?
He was
Or
on
something like
Stern, promoting it, and he's such a badass. Like he's such a cool dude. And I was just like, I gotta see this shit.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Were we talking about this? Is it in the John Wick universe?
I think it has something to do with the people from John Wick or a person from it. So I would assume. I mean, wasn't that kind of a rumor, anyways? That there would be like a John Wick universe of sorts.
Okay.
And then I'm hoping that or it seems like their approach will be, but we're not gonna say and like tie it directly. This is the John Wick presents, you know,
Right.
So it seems that way of like this universe of badass action.
I just
and
don't think
martial arts.
fucking Odenkirk can fail. Like, he's so good, and I'm curious to see him in like a badass, crazy, ultra violent
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
role.
That'll be a good
you know,
one.
it's gonna be fun. So I don't know. Fuck, pop some corn and fucking spend $20. Let's go.
Right.
But yeah, what do you think? Do you think theaters are going to make a comeback? Are people really missing theaters? I was thinking about this
Yes.
with the Kong and Godzilla because I was like, you know, there's so many people hyped right now because they've like upped their home theater game. And, and this
hardcore,
shit
yeah.
looks dope,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm like, so that's probably working.
I mean, I don't know. So I think so there's been theaters open in other places for a long time.
yeah.
Now.
There's some not too far from us, really.
But like places like Texas and Florida, I don't know if they ever close their movie theaters.
Right.
They're going ham down there.
But I don't know. I feel like there's still like it's still romanticized the idea of going to the movie theater to a certain point. And like the next Star Wars movie, I'm definitely going to want to go see it in the theater as long as
Right.
that's an option.
Right.
But like you're absolutely right. Like our home setups now are like they're so comfortable and you're getting the great sound and
Pause,
great
take a piss.
Friday nights are awesome. Like, something new drops, you're fucking set.
And then also
Like,
then you got these fucking long ass movies coming out. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch this over the course of 5 days.
are you speaking of Justice League?
I mean,
The
I haven't
Snyder
watched
Cut?
it. I haven't watched it yet because it's gonna take me.
Oh, you haven't
5
watched it?
days.
4.5
No.
hours.
I never watched the original.
It's
I'm a
it's about
Marvel
4 hours.
guy.
I watched it over 3 nights.
So I've heard some people say that it's like it's better than the other one, but it's still not as good as the worst Marvel.
I don't know. It's hard to say. You know, I can't tell if I'm overrating it because it's been so long since like a big blockbuster superhero movie's
Yeah,
come out
that's
that I'm
true.
just like it's good to see it.
Right.
But I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Was
You know-
it better than Wonder Woman 1984?
Yeah, definitely. Although I didn't hate that like
Me
a lot
neither.
of people did.
I didn't hate it either.
It was goofy, but I think it was intentionally goofy, which I think was a ballsy choice by Patty Jenkins to go that route, and it didn't really work for most people, but
Yeah.
I don't know, it was fine. I think the thing that the Snyder Cut does is gives a lot more backstory to Cyborg and
Okay.
and Flash.
And so they basically had shot this movie twice.
Essentially, yeah, I'm watching this going, I can't remember how much of this was in the original version. But it sounds like, yeah, Zack Snyder shot his movie and then he quit because,
Tragedy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Josh Whedon came in and was like, well, I'm reshooting because this isn't the movie that I would make. So he reshot like 90% of it or something.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
The Snyder Cut feels to me like if this was the only version, a lot of it would have been cut down.
Right.
But since there's already a real version, he's
They're
like, fuck it, put
yeah.
the whole thing out.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have for sure been cut down to 2 hours, right?
Yeah, they would have. I don't know if they would have got it down to 2, but 3.
Yeah. It's a long movie.
There's a lot of slow motion and just like moments that are just like they would have trimmed down and cut out.
Huh. Is it worth it?
I think so. I thought it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
if-
pretty good.
Okay. Eventually. I'll
Whatever.
get there. I'll get there.
The movie I'm most excited about, though, is fucking Mortal Kombat.
Wait, say that again.
Mortal Kombat. Dude, this shit, I am Sub-Zero, looks so badass.
The new combat does look tight.
It's
man.
Mortal Kombat versus the world. They gotta save the fucking planet. And dude, these motherfuckers are gonna be chopping off arms. Blood's gonna
be
fly.
brutal.
I hope it's so fucking violent that people are like, cancel this movie. You know, and
You're looking forward to that more than Space Jam?
Dude, the Space Jam trailer, I'm in. I'm in.
it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. But I think I am.
Yeah.
Like I'm a space.
You're a grown man now.
Yeah. Like, I'm a Space Jam ride or die. It feels good to watch it. I love Bill Murray playing golf with Michael Jordan. Bugs pulls him in the hole. You know, he gets scooped off into Toonland. He's got to save the fucking Toons, the alien invasion, the whole thing. It's a crazy movie. The plot is thick. The dialogue is fucking fantastic.
Did you see the plot of this one?
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't.
If you had to guess,
What?
LeBron,
He's got to save the planet.
does he have the chops?
No, he's no MJ.
That's what I'm asking.
I think
I can't take a
so.
man who's balding in his early 20s or 30s serious. Shave it off, dog. You know what I mean? Like, get it gone.
I think so.
LeBron with a bald head and a beard would look sick. But a receding hairline? Get out of here. I can't take you
I
serious.
think he's been in the media enough like lately to where he'll be able to pull it off. It's not going to be good acting, but he's a character and he can deliver, you know?
Yeah, but can he do the baseball spinoff? Can he
Do the baseball spinoff?
Yeah, MJ fucking started playing.
Well, it's not
baseball.
a remake.
I'm just saying.
It's not a remake.
Like, then what kind of drama are you going to have? Like,
Okay, so
is MJ
LeBron's son gets zapped into the fucking Toon World, or no, not the Toon World, into the like Monster World. I don't know fully, but his son gets taken, and then he gets portaled into the Toonland because it's basically like interdimensional multiverse type thing.
Okay.
And then his son gets taken, and then he gets sent to Toonland, and then they gotta play basketball to win it all, type of thing.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be a big ass movie. I don't know how the fuck HBO is pulling all this off, but like they have the biggest movies coming out on their platform.
Well, they made the deal
with who?
with
The devil?
Warner Brothers,
With Warner
right?
Brothers.
Oh wow, I didn't know this. I was like, Jesus Christ!
So they
how-
made the deal because of what's happening and because of movie theaters situation to then do these releases where I
do
don't know
30 days.
Yeah,
on
all
the
of them are
platform.
limited, but yeah, then they're on the platform
Which
for a limited time.
I love the route they've gone. Disney Plus pisses me off what they've done. Now, not that they've released anything
But they
that
just
I'm
don't
really into.
have enough content.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is when they're instead of doing the movies the way HBO is,
Yeah.
they're selling them for $30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
so
fuck all that.
stupid. Which I understand that if you can justify it by being like, well, if 4 of us went to the movie
Right.
theater, it's
But
going to cost.
I'm not
a
trying to
lot
pay
more
a
than
monthly
that.
subscription and then pay
Plus
$30 to watch
this.
Mulan.
Right.
That's not even that good.
Right.
Are you sure it's not that good?
I don't know. Never watched
That
it.
movie's pretty good. That well, not Mulan, but
Raya?
Mulan I didn't enjoy much. But that Raya and the Last Dragon was tight.
I don't know.
My niece spoiled it for me. Well, I mean, I assume I haven't finished it,
Yeah, I mean,
but she like the first thing she did was like tell me what happens at the end. As soon
And
as I-
Soul
it's
was
just-
unbelievable.
Soul was great.
That
I
shit was
liked
dope.
that.
I thought Soul. I was disappointed.
Really?
I loved the first 10 minutes.
Right, like they could have spent a lot.
I was
more
like,
time
this
with that.
I was getting ready to text my dad, Pop, you got to watch this movie. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then it just switched and it was a whole different movie after that.
yeah,
Fair. He
It went
died.
Freaky Friday.
He died.
I wanted the jazz movie. I wanted
Yeah.
the jazz man. And,
It did feel good. That first 10 minutes felt great.
and then it was just weird puffy.
I watched
things.
it with my dad. He came down and stayed a few days over Christmas or whatever, and we were watching it. And it was fun because he was like, you know, it like brought up old memories of like when I fucking actually played drums and like
You're like, I'm gonna make it.
he's like, you know, brought up like those old like college auditions and band and shit. He's like, I remember when you played in jazz band.
Yeah.
You know, it was fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
But I can't pay $30 to watch a cartoon.
Did y'all watch Tom and Jerry though?
I have not.
Dude,
I haven't either.
I heard it's good.
I didn't finish it, and I'm so mad because I didn't realize that these movies expired. And I watched like the first half an hour as a joke, putting it on, and then I was like, "This shit is tight, dude." So I only watched about half an hour, and then like the next day it was gone.
Oh, it's not on HBO anymore?
Right, they're only doing the limited.
Son
releases.
of a
So you missed
bitch.
But it'll only be a matter of time.
I missed it.
We got Marvel movies coming this year, supposedly. Like
That's
like
cool.
4 of them.
Yeah, right.
I get behind that.
I don't
Black
know
Widow.
Yeah, that's right. Black Widow.
New Doctor Strange.
That one does look that
The
could be
Multiverse
really
of
interesting.
Madness, which is what the end of, spoiler alert, the end of WandaVision ties right into the new Doctor Strange.
Right.
Yeah.
The new Spider-Man's supposed to come out this year, and then I think what is the 5 5 rings or 5
Five-finger
fingers
death
or
punch?
whatever it is.
I don't know if this one.
I don't know anything about nothing.
But Spider-Man, man, fucking.
You just said
Tom
man
Holland.
twice.
Spider-Man, man.
Hey, Spider-Man,
man.
man. That's
Tom
Spidey.
Holland, dude. I think he's my new favorite actor.
Holy shit, Cherry.
That was good.
Cherry.
Cherry was fucking unbelievable.
I loved it, man.
Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Shang-Chi,
right.
The Legend of the Ten Rings is supposed to come out this year. The Eternals is supposed to come out this year.
That's right. The Eternals with Kumail Nanjiani.
The new Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's coming out on HBO.
Unrelated, but that trailer is fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't even hate the first.
It was okay.
one,
I mean, it was
you know?
goofy, but
I didn't even hate the Birds of Prey.
yeah, it was okay.
I
Birds of
liked it.
Paradise.
Birds of Paradise.
That's a fucking Magic the Gathering card. It used to be ultra rare. Swear to God.
the new. If you haven't seen the trailer for the new Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, check that out because it's
Should
really
be
dope.
tight.
It looks really funny.
Yeah, I'm just interested if I'm gonna even go to a theater. You're right, like a new Star Wars.
You
or
probably
something,
will.
Yeah,
You probably
like the
will.
Doctor Strange would be tight to watch.
I'm not going to Regal.
but then I don't. I just. Don't
I'm
know.
boycotting Regal. Fuck them.
Fuck Regal.
Why? What happened? AMC only. Got to get that stock up.
Do you not remember my fight with Regal
Oh,
over the fucking Regal Unlimited subscription?
Oh, I didn't know the details.
I don't know
or
this
anything,
saga.
but,
Fill me in.
This happened right before COVID, so maybe it didn't make it onto
I
the
got
podcast.
COVID brain, bro.
Dude, I bought their unlimited subscription.
right, because you were supposed to be
This was
able to, like
right before Star Wars came out.
which you were supposed to get to go to like however many movies a month, right?
Yeah. But then because of it just didn't work out. I didn't use it. Like I saw Star Wars a bunch of times, but none of it fit the criteria for this.
To be that.
Either I was going to not a Regal theater or some other shit. So I paid for the first 2 months of it
Okay.
and never used it. And then I was like, you know what? This is ridiculous. Like, and I know their cancellation policy was pretty strict. Like, no, you cannot cancel
Right,
this.
you signed up.
And I'm like, well, people always say that, but like,
Come on, man.
come on.
Don't make me fucking just scorch you on Yelp.
So I called them to cancel it, and they literally wouldn't cancel. They were like, sorry, the only way you can cancel this is if you die or if you move out of the country.
That's what they said?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Their customer service people,
You should have killed yourself on the phone with them.
the customer service people were so militant.
Crazy.
I'm like,
Crazy.
They
Fuck
probably
that.
have to deal with that constantly.
and I'm like,
Trained to.
dude, let me talk to a manager, that kind of thing. And literally at every step, they told me, no, you cannot cancel your subscription.
You signed the dotted line.
You signed up for this. Now you owe us whatever the monthly amount was.
It's me
20,
on this
I think it was
goddamn roof.
$20 a month. And we're gonna keep charging you. Sorry, but this is the way it goes.
Yeah.
And
You're like, fuck you, dog.
yeah, I was like, fuck you. You can't take. I'm asking you to no longer take my money. You can't keep taking my money. You
What
can't
about
do that.
COVID?
Well, that's the thing. Then after this is all done, COVID hits and their theaters are all shut down. And I got on Twitter and I laughed at them a lot. But
That's what you get, bitch.
sure, I signed up for this.
Right.
But as a consumer, I have a right to have you stop taking my money. Like I literally have the right to do that.
Yeah.
And they
Agreed.
wouldn't do it.
Well, I'll never go to one of those again. You
I
got
just
my vote.
don't.
It was just unbelievable. It's like, look, I've spent so much money at Regal theaters over the years.
Right.
You guys know I'll buy like 5 tickets at once. Just drop $120. We're all going to IMAX.
Right.
And I was like, I'd love to keep doing this, but you're being assholes.
I buy $50 in snacks.
Right. I'm like, just in the interest of keeping a long-time customer happy, can we just stop that? Like, I'm not using the service.
Right.
Just
That's
call it
fucked
good.
up.
They wouldn't do it.
No, fuck. I think theaters are going to go the way of the blockbuster. There's just going to be one left in bin.
Did you watch that?
I did.
It was awesome.
I did.
It's pretty
Yeah.
tight.
I know. I
enjoyed it.
almost on my recent vacation almost planned to go there, but
There's
nope,
probably a
ended
line
up
out the
elsewhere.
fucking door.
Well, for a little while. The hype will die down.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can stay in business.
Yeah, I hope so too. It was definitely well done and just reminded me so much. Like I completely forgot that Blockbuster had the online service, which I had. I also had their fucking unlimited thing, and I had the Hollywood video shit going. Like, it just brought up all those memories of like, dude, I rented movies. Like, why?
I also remember though when all the other video stores went out of business because fucking Blockbuster came to town, and that fucking sucked.
Right.
I grew up in a small fucking town where there was no Blockbuster, so mom and pop, there was 2 mom and pops, and I was a ride or die this one, like, downtown, if you want to call it that. And then, like, slowly but surely, I moved to fucking the movie store, and, you know, they just had more,
The movie store?
they had more options, you know?
The movie store?
Yeah, that's what it was called.
That was the other mom and pop one?
Yeah. And, like, I think... But, you know, he raised his kids there. It always smelled like fucking flat top burgers, you know, which is kind of gross. And he was kind of a dirty dude. He wore like sweatpants and shit. But he had like better game selection. He was like more up on the games.
I didn't go to a ton of Blockbusters, but it definitely was like
it was Hollywood Video, though.
experience.
Hollywood Video was pretty big too.
Yeah, there was a Hollywood Video, and they were big. And then, you know,
Dude,
they went out. But
I applied to work at a Blockbuster and didn't get hired. And I'm like, as a grown man, as like, I think I was probably 19 years old.
Well, you're not grown, but.
And I'm like, what? Like, what? How do I not qualify for this fucking job?
Like, I can't hit
like, what do you mean?
Did I count something wrong?
Yeah, what did I do?
That's hilarious.
It's ridiculous.
Probably just weren't hiring necessarily at the moment.
No, they weren't totally hiring. They were absolutely hiring.
Maybe they hated Italians.
Maybe they picked. Maybe somebody came in with a degree.
Right? They're like, oh, I have a doctorate in filmography.
There was a point where I had 9 job interviews in a row and didn't get hired for any of them. And
wow, good for
the
you.
The biggest excuse was either that I was overqualified, and then they didn't think I was going to stick around long because I'd find something better, which I think is a horseshit reason to not hire somebody.
Yeah,
to assume that about somebody,
right?
Like,
maybe don't make your place suck, huh?
And then there was
like strategy, like I plan on like fucking blowing up. And I'm,
like that,
and I'm going to be out of
the interview.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, I just plan on sticking around about 2-3 months.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
It
was just weird. And then there was one lady who
my mom is making me do this.
One lady who didn't like the gap between my last 2 jobs.
Nah, fuck
and when they asked what I said, I was working on music. Then she goes, well, I can't hire somebody who's going to just quit to go play their guitar. And I wish that I'd slapped that bitch across her fucking mouth when she said that to me. But, you know.
That's rude.
Yeah, that's fucked up, right?
Speaking of job interviews, man, like, do you think people are going to go back to work or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they are. Like, we're seeing massive job increases right now. I mean,
it's
relatively speaking.
It's booming out there.
It's like something like 8.5 million people that are still out of work.
Right.
It's a lot, but it's not.
It's a lot, but it's not a high percentage.
It's not astronomical.
Population. Yeah. Interesting.
Well, buy Bitcoin and say your prayers, everybody. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Can't fail.
Yeah.
What else have we got on the list, boys?
We don't have a list.
Fail.
That's the thing. We went in with no list.
No list.
No list. We had QAnon was on the list. That was the one thing you were like, put it on the list.
QAnon and Martin Cabello were the only things that I was like, for sure.
That
I gotta
documentary
talk
is
about
crazy,
this.
though. It's wild. Who knows?
What was your go-to? So, like during the most lockiest of lockdowns,
Okay.
what was your go-to entertainment? Did you have a specific thing?
Oh, dude. I fucking got video gamed so hard. Like, as soon as the lockdowns hit, I got Breath of the Wild because I still hadn't played that. And it was fucking epic.
Okay.
Greatest game ever. So I played through that, and then I played Days Gone because it takes place in Oregon 2 years after a pandemic. So I was like, I'm playing this shit.
A little on the nose.
Yeah, it was super on the nose. So then you're like, you're out down in Camp Sherman a lot of the time and Sisters and shit.
That's cool.
It was really cool. So I actually did a camping trip last summer and went and did a video game vacation and
Really?
visited the spots
That's
from
tight.
Days Gone. Yeah, it was cool.
That's
Three-fingered Jack and shit. I stayed right outside of there. So that was cool. And then I think what's going to happen, though, that's interesting, there's a new Zelda that I had played. I'm playing Cyberpunk right now. I just got Last of Us 2. So then I also, the rumors more so are coming around the Zelda 2. So I feel like by the time COVID finally ends, like, and is not a thing anymore, the next Zelda's going to come out.
Okay.
So I might get to like capstone bookend my COVID experience with both of the Breath of the Wild games.
Wow.
Fuck. Cool.
I've been playing Google Stadia.
I don't know what that is.
It's Google's gaming service.
Is it tight?
Yeah, it's tight.
I used your free trial and gave it a week.
It's
I enjoyed
dope.
it.
I
I was playing fucking some like brand new game on my phone.
yeah, you can play it on your phone. You can play it in your Chrome browser on your computer. You can basically play. It's like having a console without having a console.
Huh.
It's just an app.
Crazy.
It streams
It's Chromecast.
games.
But you have to have badass internet, probably.
Well, I was worried about that, but I didn't experience any issues really.
Internet slowdowns make it awful for sure. But if your connection's consistent and you're getting, I think at least like 50 megs down, you can do it.
Nice.
I played through Jedi Fallen Order. I'm on my 4th playthrough now.
You need a new game.
Yeah,
But here's the thing. I love this game.
oh, clearly.
Like it's
it's
so
like you're Breaking Bad.
it's so exactly what I want
It's the
in a
Star
video
Wars game you want.
and it's Star Wars. Yeah. Every other game is either too much, like, you know, now it's like the games where you sneak and you can't get caught.
Too much stealth. I'm
that
not a
shit,
stealth.
yeah,
game
that shit drives
guy.
me crazy.
I'm like, I'm running and
yeah,
gunning, bro.
Or too much
let's get
of
this
the
going.
role playing or the MMO type,
Which I'm a sucker for.
where you
I
gotta
love
do
that
Me
shit.
too.
side quest, and build up points and
Fucking
shit.
cyberpunk side quests out there. Yin yang, dude.
Jedi
Stop.
Fallen Order has the perfect. First of all, the combat's fantastic.
See, and it's funny that you like it for being linear, and that was my only real gripe with it, is that it's so linear.
But it's not that linear, though. Really, I mean,
there's no choice. Like, this is gonna happen. That's the story. you know?
well, yeah, that's definitely the story's going to happen. But it's a lot
kind
more.
it's kind of like Final Fantasy 15 or even the 7. I'm playing the 7 remake too, which is fucking phenomenal. But it's kind of like that, where it's like they allow you to have the experience of doing things and stuff, but the story is going to unfold.
Yeah, the story's going to happen. But there is a lot of options. You can do different things in different orders. You can go to, for example, you can go right to Dathomir as your second planet, which is way too hard. But if you're really good at video games, you can get early upgrades that'll help you get through everything else.
Right. Okay. It was hard. It was on some fucking Dark Souls shit.
Yeah, I
dude.
can't play it on the hard.
I
I literally
was an
died.
idiot and was like, I'm gonna do this, and then I was like, fuck, this is way more difficult than I thought it was gonna be.
Because you'll get surrounded by 3-4 like stormtroopers, for
Yeah,
example.
and-
But then there'll also be guys shooting at you, and
yeah.
It's on
So you
some
got to
dark
be blocking.
it's all about parrying.
and timing, man.
You gotta be
And
able
that
to time
takes
your
super
parries.
Time. It's so that's what reminded me so much of like a Dark Souls or Bloodborne, because it was like you can't press the wrong button or
Right.
then you get
But as a
Combat
Star
style.
Wars game, it's instantly top
the
3.
best
All
Star
time.
Wars game in recent years, I'll say.
And I really hope they make a part 2 and they make it quickly, which they won't.
I hope they make a part 2, and then I'm excited for the news of the open world MMO.
I'll play it. I will definitely play it.
Yeah, and it's going to be Galaxy's Edge or something like that, right? It's like a more outer galaxy type shit.
I don't really know. I haven't heard it. Maybe there's more information than I'm privy to.
But yeah, I'm excited for that because what was that game I played? Outer Worlds. It
Okay.
was kind of it's like Fallout meets Star Wars type of thing. and you're like traveling to different planets and stuff. And
That was the see ya game, right? Like,
wait, why does this remember?
because that's when you were telling us about this game. This is the one where I think this is the one where Chase is like, he go to a planet, touchdown, and then off to the next.
That was No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky.
See ya.
See ya.
He was so like, I'll just be touching dirt and I'm out.
I'm out. Not gonna walk around this shit. No, this
Got ADD, bro.
This
Got things to
fucking
do.
one was really good. They actually released some DLC I should fuck with. But yeah, Outer Worlds was this game that's kind of like a mix of Fallout and I guess more so Mass Effect than Star Wars. But really good storyline on some like basically corporations bought up all the planets and stuff. And so then
Tight.
and then there's mining facilities and all this. So it's interesting. It's definitely got a lot of socioeconomical, political undertones. They kind of tie in with a lot of what's happening, unfolding here.
Okay.
And a possible future for us. So it's done well. I really liked it.
The only
I bought Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2
That's right.
remake, which was fantastic.
PlayStation Network.
Whatever. I bought the actual game. I went to a Target with my mask on. I said, "Hey, do you have that Tony
You went to
Hawk?"
the Target and bought a game.
Yeah, it was cool.
Wow, but it's for PlayStation.
Yeah, it's for PlayStation, but you can play it on Xbox, whatever the fuck. But really well. I played it for about, I don't know,
An hour.
Yeah. No, like a couple days.
Is it the same music and everything? It's just
all upgraded soundtracks. They have the original tracks, but they added like Mercules and crazy
some more modern.
Right,
modern
they upgraded
fun
a bit.
stuff.
Did it hit the nostalgia button for you? Did it
100%? It's the same game, just a little. It's cleaner.
nicer?
Yeah, it's fat.
Well, it's crazy because like I'm experiencing it with Final Fantasy VII Remake where I'm like, wait a minute, this is what I thought it looked like back then.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know,
'Cause
because it's
yeah.
weird.
You look, go back and look at them old
And you're like,
polygons and
this
shit.
is fucking awful.
Yeah.
But back then it for some
It was
reason
amazing.
It
looked
looked-
like this
looked
amazing
crazy.
new shit looks
Yeah.
to me now.
I know. I remember Final Fantasy VII as being like the craziest graphics ever.
Right. It was like these are people.
Yeah, it looked amazing.
I played Tony Hawk more than probably any video game, growing up.
Did you do the cheats and stuff where you
I
could
did, but like
grind forever?
Yeah, but I mean, I played it for real. Like, and it was cool. Like remembering, I was like, "Oh, where's this fucking hidden tape?" And like, I
yeah,
gotta
the
grind the
tapes.
fucking airplane, and it opens that shit up, and then I can get it. And collecting skate, and it's weird that muscle memory's still there.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Did they have the same skaters or did they upgrade that?
Yeah, they have all the original guys, but they have new guys also. So it's like a really fun, really well done.
I don't even remember who was on it. Mike
Bucky Lassick,
Lassick.
Kareem Campbell.
Mullen,
There's
fucking
Mullen. There's Chad Muska.
Christian Hosoi on there.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Ray Barbie.
I remember the second one had Day One song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's fun. I think Jack Black funded it, which is kind of cool. He put up the capital for it.
Nice.
Kind of fun. Oh, my ass is killing me, guys.
Okay, we're almost done. I promise. I want to talk about the only other game I played, Submerged, Hidden Depths. So
yeah, you
that
love
shark
this
game?
game.
Shark Attack game?
No.
No,
So
you're thinking, I can't remember.
in 2015, the original Submerged came out. I'd never heard of it. 2020, they put out the sequel, Submerged Hidden Depths, which I think it's an exclusive for Stadia, at least at first. But they gave it away free because Stadia, every month
They
you
do
get
that
2, 3,
monthly,
4
yeah.
free games.
All the game networks do that now.
And this
Yeah.
one was dope. I
Yeah.
love it. It's like Unreal Engine game where you're
It's fast.
walking around.
Is it like fast paced?
no.
First person,
No.
third person,
Third person.
fifth person.
It's third person, but it's the way it's set up is interesting. You don't control the jumping or climbing. You just basically move forward, and whatever is you're supposed to do will happen. Like you'll jump over the pit,
The
or you'll climb up
animations
the
take
thing.
care of themselves.
Okay.
And it's kind of a puzzle game, but it's not that complicated. You'll solve every puzzle
Yeah.
pretty easily.
Yeah.
But the world's just it looks so cool and it sounds so cool. like it's almost on some ASMR shit where like you'll get shivers because of the sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like in like the tropics and like in the water, and there'll be dolphins swimming by you, and
That's tight.
it's just good. It's a good atmospheric. It's a really good if you're just trying to chill and you don't want to think too hard and you just want to fucking vibe on a video game.
That's tough.
That's what it's good for.
Yeah,
to
because
me.
that is the problem with a lot of the games that I play is that, you know, it's like the end of a long day, you know, I'm tired, and then I'm like, do I really want to like put in work on
Right.
this shit? Especially I got into the 2K, my team shit,
Right.
and that's just another job.
I think this would
Yeah.
be way too easy for you. You'd probably lose interest real
but it'd
quick.
be something that the ladies might dig, you
They
know. So
They just
we'll
might.
see, because yeah, they've been going wild on the Pokemon and the Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah,
Oh, dude, that was a big phenomenon.
I don't know what
there.
that is.
Animal.
I heard a lot about it.
Animal
That was a
Crossing.
Switch game, right?
All I know
Yeah.
is Daniel Tiger and Sesame Street.
What about Blue's Clues? Is that still going on?
No, but
There's a new.
dude,
There's another new Blue Clue guy.
we
Jeff.
got
something
we got
like that.
Maddox an Amazon tablet,
Yeah.
right? And I was like kind of against it, but there's no sense of fighting it. They're gonna be raised on the internet.
They're gonna
right?
be cyborgs.
Yeah, but he's a motherfucking wizard on that thing, and
Oh yeah, they already
Dude,
know.
the kids
when
figure
they're
that shit
kids.
out
it's
quick.
crazy. He's like on YouTube watching fucking videos he wants to watch, and he can't even talk yet.
Right.
His dialogue is "Boss, ka, dada, baba, huh."
And now
That's
he's
his
got-
dialogue.
and now he's at
But
the
he can go
tablet.
on a tablet and go "Do, do, 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 do." Fucking watching videos, going back, playing games, switching in and out of
It's
different
intuitive.
apps.
I mean, they've made it like monkeys are starting to
It's
use them,
wild.
Do they make?
And I'm like, should I limit his use of this? But he's smart as fuck.
Have you guys seen
Like-
that video where it's the little monkey lady and she's got her little kid and they're wearing clothes and they got a phone and they're fucking playing a game, dude.
Wild, man.
It's so insane. So like it's becoming wired into the evolution of consciousness. So yeah, kids are like they just know what to do.
Do you think it's bad parenting giving him
Bad Parrington.
like batting?
It's a sick name.
like?
Bad Parrington.
Barrington.
Do you think it's bad? Like I was like, he's too young to have.
How old
this.
is he?
2?
I mean, if it's only
But he got it like when he was like.
I
1.
mean, if you keep an eye on overstimulation and
Right, are
limit
you-
his screen time,
yeah,
it's
are you guys
fine.
like here? Take the tablet for 4 hours. You know, then that might be a thing. But
I think it's a thing because I know grandma fucking gives it to him and just goes and
because
watches
it's an easy. That's the thing is it's an easy. It's the new latchkey.
Well,
kid of
if
sorts of,
if you
like-
know grandma's doing it, then you have to adjust on your side, right?
Right.
And make
Yeah,
sure.
I take it away from him.
No, okay,
Like
that'll
we
be fine.
We play and like fucking turn off the
interact.
TV. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be fucked up, but like I don't know. Like we're fucking our kids up no matter what, right? Like
Yeah, you
you can
just
try to be
can't-
the best parent you can be, but like
They're gonna.
I'm a piece of shit sometimes, you know. And
But they're going to have an experience no matter what. And experiences growing up can be traumatizing, can be,
Right.
they stick with you forever. So, yeah, we can't do the exactly correct
I know
thing
he's
as
a
parent.
very happy, like social, like because of COVID, you didn't think about this because he's so young, but he's still like all of our kids are now these weird shut-ins, and like
They're
he's
like, wait, there's other people?
yeah, he really hasn't been around anybody but us and grandma his whole life.
Right.
But take him to the park and we do these things, and he lights up, and he loves to be in the mix, and he loves other kids and shit. And
Yeah, it's
you know,
a human instinct to fucking
It's really
social
cool.
creatures.
It's really
man.
cool to watch, and it's like I don't know, man. Like you love these guys more and more and more and more and more each day. It's like the weirdest fucking thing, and like Mace, like he's just so like he's just this little dude, but he's so happy and smiley. And like watching them interact, he's so into his brother. Maddox could give a fuck about him. You know what I mean? He's just like, fuck off.
That's
but
how
like,
it works, right? He's just watching them.
but
He's
Mace
learning
is
the
like
stuff.
all about his brother. He lights the fuck up, like, and he just wants to be in the mix. And it's really cool to watch. And I don't know,
is
man.
fun.
These guys they're unbelievable. I'm really excited to see what these fucking little brains do.
What they do.
You know what I mean?
And you two are doing a great job, and they're happy, and that's all you can really ask for, is that they're happy and that
It's hard, bro.
you raise them to be good people.
When we both work fucking full-time jobs, get up hella early every single day, and then you got to come home and you can't shut down.
Right? No, they're
Can't.
not. You
and
can't.
it's just like
You got
the hardest-
They need your attention.
what I'm doing right now is the most rewarding and hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
Flat out. Like, nothing compares to this shit. It's fucking brutal.
absolutely.
It's like fucking being like sleep deprived and fucking no all the time. Like, just like
it's constant.
and then like my work will throw like, hey, by the way, you gotta clock in at 11 o'clock tonight and work through the night. Like, what the fuck is that?
Why is this?
And then,
live?
by the way, you got a 3:30 a.m. start time. And then I'm off at maybe 1 or 2. Grandma goes home, and I step in until Kimmy comes home. And then there's this weird, like, I try not to just shut down when she gets home, but man, I'm fucking spent.
Oh yeah.
No, and
And
it's wild. And like, even with the older kid now, it's still just maintaining the home is another job, and it's constant, and there's always laundry, there's always dishes, there's always things that need to be cleaned or maintained or done, and that's just the way life is.
Yeah,
you know?
it's awesome.
It's
but
just the way it goes.
I don't know, man. It's I'm really like, okay, so around the time I had Maddox was where I was already feeling like I wanted to quit everything already. I don't know if it was depression or I was just burnt out or whatever it was. I didn't want to do the podcast, but I loved you guys, and there was this weird guilt. I didn't want to play music, but there was always a guilt there also. Like, I had to do these things.
You had to take some time for yourself and your family.
Very
man.
important.
But like having this huge break of responsibilities and then having this other like perspective on it
no smoke.
is like this isn't a responsibility. This is fun. Like, this is, and now it's like, I'm glad we're back here now. And I'm glad, like, it's not going to be every 2 weeks. That's a little too much. But I feel like once a month, get together and we have some fun and like actually see each other is more important than even doing the podcast. And like, again, like, nobody's going to listen to this, so it doesn't fucking matter. And I'm not trying to be negative or whatever, but this is solely for us. And I love the fact that like we stayed friends even though the band broke up, and there was never any hard feelings, and it was never any. It never got weird.
We're friends first before
Friends
any
forever.
of this.
Totally.
And
it's like
Zacatech.
And this was always kind of the excuse for us to keep that connection.
But it's just weird, like, seeing how everything comes full circle. Is like, I'm not at a place where I would like want to go play shows again because of like my self-consciousness holds me back. Like I said, I've gained 40 pounds. So like I couldn't get on stage right now just because of that. Right. But like the idea of playing music sounds pretty fun right now.
Yeah.
And like the idea of doing a podcast, and this isn't like, I was always like, I want to get back home, and I still do, but I definitely realize like these things are outlets, and I need a positive creative outlet. Mm-hmm. Like I am that way. Like, even though I've been Americanized and I go to fucking work and I became my dad, which I fought my whole life. Like, I still need like this, like,
right, this personal outlet.
I do. And I think I'll be a better like dad. I think I'll be a better husband or fiance or whatever the fuck you want to be. And it's like, I can go and have this moment, and then I have to make sure I like reciprocate that to Kimmy and give her time.
Yeah.
Like, you need to, like, it's only fair. Like, okay, I got the boys, I'm home. Go do your thing. Go get a Starbucks. Go to Target. Whatever girls like to do. They like Target. I bought stock in Target. It's blowing up. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's weird. I'm excited to be here though, and it feels really good to see you guys.
That's what counts.
And I'm really glad that, you know, like once a month we can get together and talk some shit. And I'm just like I think more than ever the pandemic like really showed people's true colors.
Oh yeah.
And like who is still our friends and who like family members, everybody. Like everybody became transparent, I feel like, which is kind of a cool thing. You know? So anyways.
Yeah.
Rant over.
Well, so here we are.
Yeah.
Well, once a month, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, for
That's
now.
what we'll
For now.
That's what we'll say.
I know like that's not good for a podcast.
But
Yeah.
whatever.
But-
Who cares?
Hey, if you're still with us, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Totally.
100%.
100%.
I don't know if iTunes or Apple Podcasts or whatever is all. I don't know how that shit's going to work yet.
Yeah.
We got some things to work
Yeah, I
out.
need to look into that.
Took
But-
a big gap.
My bad.
Whatever.
But if you know us, you'll find us,
Yep.
and we appreciate you.
Totally.
And hope we're still something you're interested in listening to.
Yeah.
Nope.
Probably
But
not. But
either way, as Chase said, this is something we want to do regardless. So,
yeah, I think that's like just super cool.
but shout out to everybody who's along for the ride, and by all means, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Criticize the fuck out
Don't
of
hold back.
my dumbass. Dumbass. I gotta get out these jewels.
holds barred.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, it's been good. It's been good chatting with you.
Yeah.
You too, sir.
Feels like we haven't skipped a beat.
Nope.
Yeah,
to me.
It didn't go anywhere.
Same.
Same.
But diff.
We are same.
But diff.
The chair got a little smaller.
The chair got smaller for sure.
That's
Yeah,
it.
your chair.
The whole room got smaller.
Yeah, dude. It's hard to like even. I can't even reach my ass in the shower.
That's a bit of a problem. Happy Easter, everybody.
God bless.
Be
The
safe.
return.
Be safe. Be healthy. Take care of each other.
Steak.
Be safe. Thank you for listening.
Peace.
Seattle, Illinois, Chicago, Washington, good day. We believe